Welcome to James Clemens High School Baseball on the Play Action Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously. One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. Local sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544.
This is John. Hello. Katie.
Hi.
And Ted.
Howdy.
Ted's a welder. Katie's a dental hygienist. And John's an IT technician.
IT, this is John.
They all have two things in common. They're making good money, and they all have 2-year degrees or certificates from Calhoun Community College. We have classes in Decatur, Huntsville, or everywhere online. Choose Calhoun Community College. Your community, your college, your future. Register now.
Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic, Southern, character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special. And that includes local sports. Call 233-8750. Come by our office at 508 South Jefferson Street or look for the link online at athensal.us.
All right, folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation, that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the AHSAA and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
If you'd like to download a copy of this game or hear it again on demand, go to pasnetwork.net. You can find this game and previous games under the Archives tab. You can also subscribe to the Play Action Sports podcast and listen to it on your favorite platform like iTunes, Amazon, and Spotify, or ask Alexa or Google to open the Play Action Sports podcast, keeping you up to date on Athens and Limestone County sports. Play Action Sports.
Welcome to another edition of James Clemens Baseball Action right here on PAS Plus. Kirk Pierce, Coach Brad Kimbrough, the ladies varsity softball coach. Man, glad to have you aboard with us today.
Always good to be here.
Yeah, man, we are underway. The batter is the first batter for Albertville. Just kind of took that first pitch, popped it up out to left field, and where Lucier kind of stood there, got underneath it, made the out.
We like easy one-pitch outs.
Yeah, so right off the bat, you've got Hodges sitting on the bump today for Coach Johnny Johnson's James Clemens Jets. So right now with the number 2 batter, he's facing a 1-1 count. So 2-1 goes the pitch. I'm trying to get our microphone kind of set up right now, so you're probably hearing me a little bit distance. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, but I like when the echo comes in too.
That's a swing and a miss right there. Strike 2, so counts 2-2.
I mean, with the weather and your echo, it's like a big ballpark feel.
It does. It has that ballpark feel. Our producer extraordinaire, Mr. Tim Lambert, making that thing. Yeah, that third pitch right there, or fifth pitch, got him looking. Called strike on the outside corner. So quickly, 2 outs there for the pitcher, Cody Hodges. Cody bringing that right hand heat.
Coming in slinging.
So now you've got number 28, Lewis for Albertville. First pitch to him, called strike.
He's a little slow in the call, man. I thought he was going to get cheated right there.
I know. We had one of your softball ups did that, man. It kept me guessing all night long.
I know exactly who you're talking about. We had a discussion or two that evening.
Yeah, he kept me guessing. So 1-1 now. High ball misses outside. Ball 2.
Man, it sounds good when it hits the mitt like that, doesn't it?
Got a little pop to it.
Man, that's a perfect echo.
That one just misses the outside corner for ball 3, so count goes to 3-1. Just underway here at the Jetsplex. James Clemens with 2 outs right now. Albertville, the visiting team, they're up to bat. Ball 4, so a couple of close pitches there. Just kind of missed him on that after getting that first called strike.
Yeah, he started off the at-bat well, right? But then kind of loses it, works to the outside a little too much. But you're not hurt. I mean, 2 outs, 1 runner on. Go get the batter right here.
So you got the freshman catcher back there. Hudson Smith.
But that kid gets after it. I mean, every time I see him, he looks like he just took a big scoop of pre-workout without mixing it. I mean, he gets after it. And he does a great job back there.
So that one's low and in the dirt, but he keeps it in front of him, keeping that runner close at first. So 1-0, the count to the cleanup batter, Ball.
A little high right there.
Smith came up ready to fire it down to first.
I'm telling you, he is always ready.
That runner got another step on him, and then he would have fired it down there.
I hope somewhere in the 8th or 9th grade there's a female version of him.
That one misses low. So 3-0 now to the cleanup batter.
Yeah, these last 2 batters just kind of control got away from him maybe, or just not finding that strike zone.
Hodges pitching from the stretch. Now he catches that corner right there. Gotta like that called strike.
That was a good-looking pitch, too.
It's take all the way. You never know with a cleanup batter. I guess in high school, though,
you don't know.
You kind of gotta assume, especially in 7A, they're gonna. You never know. So he's gonna hit that one high and deep, out towards. Lucher's going to call off Ramirez, comes up, makes the catch for out number 3.
Made the right call.
Did exactly that. Left one stranded at first. So we'll come back. Bottom of the first inning. Score knotted up at 0 apiece. You're listening to James Clemens Baseball on PAS+.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously. One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair.
Sidekick to your Al Michaels.
I'll take that.
Al was a good one, you know.
I'll take that. So stepping up to bat to lead us off in the bottom of the first, Carson Luzier. After his at bat, we'll get the rest of the order for you in this lineup for James Clemens. The home team, all whites, uniforms, and you gotta like that. First pitch to Luzier, misses outside, ball one.
Who doesn't love all white? I mean, it's just such a good classic look, you know.
Sprinkle a little jet blue. Second pitch to Luzier. That's going to be a called strike. Nice fastball there by the pitcher for Albertville. That's Krogan. 1-1 pitch on the way. Fouled that one out of play. Strike two.
That's going to end up on the heavily saturated softball dirt. I'm glad we're here with you, but I would have much rather been playing today.
Oh, yeah. Luzier's going to let ball two go by. It's high and outside. One thing Coach Johnny Johnson has is some speed. Oh. Nothing else.
Yeah.
And low it in the dirt.
And they're efficient and decisive about taking the chances on the bases, so you don't necessarily have to be fast sometimes to execute what they want to do as far as putting pressure on defense.
So count is full right now at 3-2 as Luzier fouls off another pitch.
Hey, it's a good at bat right here to get them started. I mean, just make that guy throw more pitches.
So he steps off the mound, gets set. Here we go. Misses ball four, so does exactly what you really don't want to do with a leadoff batter, put him on the back.
No, I mean, leadoff walks find ways to score. We hope they do anyway this time.
Absolutely. So rounding out the lineup, you got Hayden Markford. He's up to bat now. Batting third, Ty Marsh playing third. Satchel Wheeler is going to be the cleanup playing first base. JT Johnson is going to be our DH today. Got Francisco Ramirez playing shortstop. First pitch to Markford. It's going to miss outside, ball one. Or called strike, check that.
Tough to tell when it's delayed, right?
It was. Jesse Isensee playing second base. He's batting seventh. Hudson Smith, the catcher, we've already talked about him. He's going to be batting eighth. It's kind of a check swing there by Markford. It's going to foul. So quickly 0-2 to him. And then rounding out the lineup, David Sharp. He's going to be batting ninth, playing center field. I'm looking at his number here.
And this lineup has been really impressive since about 2 or 3 weeks ago, where they just got hot and they're putting the bat on it.
So kind of a pitch out there, seeing if they can get Luzier taking an extra step. Because when the 0-2 pitch, I mean, that was kind of a waste pitch.
You better be careful, though. You talked about the speed earlier. Carson definitely has some.
Oh, he gets it. I mean, he digs.
Low center of gravity.
Markford fouls that one out of play. So both first two batters taking this pitcher deep in the count.
Yeah, seeing a lot of pitches, making those guys work. That's what you want, especially early in the game, man. Make that guy work.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Markford. Nope, it's going to be thrown over to first base. Luzier's back safely. Here's the pitch, down in the dirt. Count goes to 2-2.
You're getting two pretty good at bats right here out of the first two batters.
Yeah, just sitting both of them have faced 6 pitches.
I mean,
so right there, nice little quality at bat. High miss, full count.
So I think both guys took it full, right?
Yeah. So let's see what Markford does. Got to protect the plate a little bit with 2 strikes on him. If it's close, got to swing, at least hack at it. It's going to be fouled.
Yep.
Out of play. So all of a sudden, Krogan, 2 batters, 14 pitches.
Not good for Albertville. I mean,
No, not at all.
not what you want. Ideally, you want to throw 3 per inning.
That's kind of the key.
In a perfect world, that would be nice.
Swing and a miss. So Markford misses, but does his job there in terms of taking him deep into the count.
He did. He gets a long at bat out of it, and I will say this: the pitcher did a good job of trying to move locations on him that time during that at bat. Just
keeping him guessing.
Yeah, keeping him guessing, never giving the same look again and again.
So now, number 3 batter playing third base, Ty Marsh.
Guy can hit.
Yes, he can. Took one over the fence last week. We watched him. Curveball, catches the corner right there for a called strike. You could see that one break up here.
Yeah, that had good break on it right there. And maybe for this guy, that's what he needs to start getting ahead in the counts.
Pitch over to first. Lucier back safely. High ball misses. So 1-1. 2 very dangerous hitters back-to-back on the left-hand side between Marsh and Wheeler.
Yeah.
And then you bring up J.T. Johnson, who's having
JT's having a better year at the plate.
Pretty decent season at the plate. Lucier takes off, gets a good first step. No, they're going to catch him right there on the elbow. And that head first slide. Donnie had a good first step, but that catcher kind of came up firing.
Yeah, he did. He came up and threw a good ball down the second. I didn't see all of Carson's.
I don't know if he.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he stumbled or something.
They're going to punch out Ty Marsh on the inside pitch to end the inning. So James Clemens finishes the first inning. No runs on the board, no hits. Left 1 on base. At first, he got tagged out at going to second.
Good point.
So when we come back, we'll be at the top of the second. You're listening to James Clemens Baseball on PAS Plus.
Local sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544. Applebee's Tailgate Talk wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to tailgatetalk.net throughout the school year to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner receives a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to James Clemens Baseball on PAS Plus. Kirk Pierce, Coach Brad Kimbrough, Tim Lambert up here in the press box with the press box extraordinaire crew up here at James Clemens.
Top notch, baby.
Top notch.
It is the A crew every time you come to JC.
Best in the state.
Oh, ain't no doubt. Maybe the best in the Southeast.
So Hodges on the mound, starting the top of the second inning, facing Anderson from Albertville. He's going to take first pitch towards left field, and Lucier gets on the horse, dive catch. What a catch
We
there.
talked about his speed earlier, and he showed a little bit of it right there. Just like you said, really turning it on.
So catches that, because I know that guy thought base hit.
Oh, absolutely.
So Lucier, slow to get up. Looks like it was more on his elbow, but now he looks to be okay. Or maybe he just kind of wanted to revel in the moment.
Yeah, reveling a little bit. Let's celebrate. Let everybody admire it.
So O'Rourke is your batter. Inside in the dirt, ball 1. Check swing. Called strike. So 1-1 on this count. Yeah, he didn't come all the way around on that one, but It's outside, so ball 2. So 2-1 to O'Rourke. Fouled that one off. So 2-2 now, the count. One out, top of the second inning. No run scored for either team in that first inning. Swing and a miss, sit him down.
It was hard to tell what kind of action was on that ball, but it died there to play it, didn't it?
Had a nice little drop.
Yeah, even if he had gotten barrel on that ball, I don't think it goes anywhere. It probably drives that thing in the ground and one hops the pitcher.
So the pitcher, Krogan, is going to be your batter for Albertville.
Well, he's
take that first pitch over there,
and
it takes a bad hop right in front of Ty Marsh at third base. So the first hit for either team.
Yeah, I mean, you said bad hop, right? I mean, that was kind of a tough ball to judge, and as Ty's trying to give himself some space to play that big hop, it kind of happened funny on him, and then he's not in position. He's kind of awkward when the ball comes to him.
So now Albertville with 2 outs, they've got a runner at first again, just like they had in the first inning. Now the 8th batter takes a look at ball 1 on the inside.
I like that pitch.
I do too.
First pitch of the at-bat, come inside. It looks good to most batters. If they're aggressive, they're going to try and get on that and foul it off.
And it didn't miss by much.
No.
So he's going to foul off the next pitch. So 1-1.
All right, first pitch low and in. Second pitch low and out. What are you going to see right here?
I think you see a little off speed.
I think that's a good call.
I mean, I'm not a coach.
I think it's a good idea.
So Hodges pitching from the stretch with a runner at first. That was down in the dirt. Smith keeps it out there where he can play it if the guy takes off.
Yeah, you're going to test Hudson? I'm going to tell you it's a bad idea.
So 2-1. Well, misses high, ball 3. So this is the number 8 batter.
Yeah.
With 2 outs, you got to get this.
No, number 8 and 9, you challenge them. I mean, it doesn't matter how good the team is. You challenge them.
Here's the 3-1 pitch.
Because that right there is not what you want, right? You don't want to walk that 8th or 9th. No freebies for the 8th or 9th.
No.
There's a reason that most people are batting in the 8th hole or the 9th hole. Now, even against good teams, good teams, you got good hitters in the 8th and 9th hole. But you still got to challenge those guys.
So now 2 runners on, first and second for Albertville. As Adams steps up to the plate. Another Adams.
Oh.
So Hodges took a look to throw over to second.
And he may have had a play.
If Icensee had kind of broke a little bit more, yeah.
Because he definitely caught the runner off guard.
Oh, that was an inside bunt. And I tell you,
it looks like that first pitch from the last at bat, right, coming inside. And that time you're trying to bunt it over.
So that one goes foul.
Yeah, your only chance on that is for the ball to go foul, or you're going to wear it in the chest.
Yeah, because that was close. That's exactly what that was.
Maybe in the throat.
Yeah. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He's going to bunt that one straight over to Marsh on a harsh one, and he's going to do smartly.
Super smart play by Ty right there, because the ball is almost to the bag, and you've got a runner advanced behind you, and Ty knows he doesn't have a chance to get that out at first, so just back up and let that thing roll foul.
And that thing had some speed on it. It wasn't a dying bunt.
No.
So it rolled foul just in front of the bag, so good heads-up play there by Marsh. A little baseball knowledge there by Marsh.
He's got some IQ about him.
A little bit. 0-2 pitch fouled off.
That's a Steel Academy foul ball.
So 2 outs, top of the second.
Got a runner in scoring position. You don't want to just serve something up for him right here, but you don't want to put another guy on either.
So he's going to do a chopper towards Ramirez. Ramirez is going to take it on the bounce, throws it over to Wheeler,
And he got
gets
nice
the
play.
out. Ramirez is solid.
He looks good out there, that's for sure.
So you got to love the way the infield has continued to play for Coach Johnny Johnson. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're at the bottom of the second inning. You're listening to James Clemens Baseball on PAS Plus.
This is John.
Hello.
Katie.
Hi.
And Ted.
Howdy.
Ted's a welder. Katie's a dental hygienist. And John's an IT technician.
IT, this is John.
They all have 2 things in common. They're making good money, and they all have 2-year degrees or certificates from Calhoun Community College. We have classes in Decatur, Huntsville, or everywhere online. Choose Calhoun Community College. Your community, your college, your future. Register now.
Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic, Southern, character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special. And that includes local sports. Call 233-8750. Come by our office at 508 South Jefferson Street or look for the link online at athensal.us.
Welcome back to James Clemens Baseball on PAS Plus. Getting ready for the bottom of the second inning as Wheeler, Johnson, and Ramirez due up to bat this inning. I don't know if Wheeler is the Rhinestone Cowboy, but he could be.
But, man, soundtrack here is awesome.
It's
game
straight
in
up.
and game out. People are asking for the playlist, and I say, there isn't one.
So you can check out the PAS Plus mobile app. It's your connection to all of our live streams along with scores, game archives, and a whole lot more. All you got to do is go online to pasnetwork.net for the download links. Here's the first pitch to Wheeler. Wheeler's going to let that one go by. That's a called strike. So 0-1 to Satchel Wheeler. That one misses low. Ball 1.
Oh.
He's going to take that one out towards center field. Is it going to get down? No, it does not. Center fielder comes up, has to run a little bit, makes the catch on that line drive.
Yeah, good job by that guy. Sometimes those balls that are hit straight at you are really tough to judge, especially the speed and the depth of it. So he did a good job right there just coming up underneath that ball, routine out.
So now your DH, JT Johnson, right-handed batter. First pitch to him, called strike on that outside corner. Pretty pitch right there by the pitcher.
It is. You can see it break. You can see it move from right to left across the plate.
Swing and a miss.
That's a good follow-up pitch, too, to that.
Keeping him guessing at the plate. JT Johnson splitting time behind the dish with Smith. It's his night off tonight, getting some DH action.
Well,
that one's low and in the dirt.
You know, I talked to JT a few weeks ago, and the amount of work that he put in off season at the plate, right? So that he was a constant contributor for this team this year.
What's his senior year?
Right.
So, you definitely want to know. They make a appeal to the first base ump, and he says, it didn't go around.
He did a good job of holding back on that one. And again, that's that high ball that looks really good coming in. I would have swung through it every time.
Swing and a miss. Got him right there. So quickly 0-2, or 2 outs with 2 batters, 0 for 2 at the plate in this inning for James Clemens.
The first inning, the top half mirrored the bottom half.
Yeah.
We may be going on the same trend here in the second inning.
A little bit. So now you've got I call him a utility player at the plate, in the field, everything. I mean, Ramirez can get you a base hit in the outfield. He can lay a bunt down, can draw you a walk.
He's got decent speed.
Very good speed.
Kid's not slow.
No.
He watches 2 outside there.
Yeah. He is, as far as like his vision at the plate, it's one of those, I mean, you've got to get him guessing. That one's going to get him right there on a called strike.
But it seems like the pitcher just tried to inch that ball in a little bit more on those first 3 pitches.
Be careful, though. He'll slap one out into right field.
That one's coming back to us.
Yeah, it is. So foul ball. Count goes to 2-2.
Thank goodness I didn't have a chance to botch that up the way Brock did this foul ball.
Oh, that was so funny. He talks a big game.
I know he was hurt. He was embarrassed by that.
It was cold. His hands hurt.
Yeah, it was
nothing to
cold.
show for it.
It was cold that night.
Except embarrassment.
And to get booed.
So count is 3-2 on that high pitch right there. So Ramirez takes him full. That misses for ball 4. So now you got Ramirez, some speed at the plate.
But good for him seeing some pitches that at bat. That first inning, we were up there making that guy throw. We talked about his pitch count several times, and then we come back in the second, and we were a little bit more aggressive at the plate, knowing that the guy hasn't been that consistent. So good job right there by just seeing some pitches and make the guy work to you.
So Jesse Isensee, the second baseman, up to bat for the first time this game here in the second inning with 2 outs. Throw over to Ramirez at first to keep him honest. He gets back safely.
I want us to take just a second and appreciate the posture Coach Johnson has right now. At first base.
It's good. So Ramirez, another good jump, but and the ball gets away from the catcher.
He's going to be safe after all of that.
Yeah, the ball got away from the shortstop.
To color this up for you, the throw beats the runner there. He sweeps for the tag, maybe hit him, I don't know, ribs maybe, and the ball comes loose. However, he also slid past second. So we've got a scramble for the ball and a scramble to get back to the bag. Ultimately, the Jets went out on that one.
They did. So Ramirez, that's really two steal attempts.
Yeah.
And that catcher has shown his arm.
He's put it down on both. Well, and props to the shortstop covering. I mean, both times he's had to reach across his body and bring that ball back to try and get a tag.
So here we go. 1-0 the count to Isensee.
Is this the first runner we've had in position?
It is. Mm-hmm.
So
that one misses low.
When we were at Toyota Field the other night, Coach Watts turns to me and says, Coach Kimbrough, you're a baseball, softball guy.
You hope.
I have a question. You hired me to be a softball guy. Right?
Yeah.
It's a mistake he won't make again. Way outside on that.
Oh, way outside.
So he asked me, what's the deal with the sliding gloves?
Oh, the oven mitts?
I don't get it. And that's what I thought. I call it the oven mitt.
Yeah.
So I tried to come up with a rationale, but I really couldn't.
So ball 4. So back-to-back walks there by Krogan. Putting Isensee on first. Now you got runners on the bases with Ramirez at second. And now you got the freshman, Smith, stepping into the batter's box.
Yeah, and it's a tough situation when you're a freshman. You're getting those reps. You're getting those at-bats. For a coach, you got to let this kid get 45, 50 at-bats. Right, before he's ever comfortable playing up at this level. I mean, it doesn't matter, baseball, softball, either one, right? You got to get those young kids that aren't experienced. You want them to get as many at-bats as you can.
Right.
But it's going to take 45 or 50 at-bats before they start getting into a comfort zone at the plate. So there's always some uncertainty. And it seems like they always come up in situations like this where you got a runner in scoring position or you got 2 on, you got 2 outs.
So Smith is the 8th batter in the lineup for James Clemens. As Krogan takes a long look and attempt kind of fake throw just to keep Ramirez close to the bag.
Well, you got to do something. I mean, that's some speed over there, and you don't want to give up something cheap.
Isensee's got some speed as well. So, again, Smith takes a look at strike 1.
Hey, but good for him. In that situation, the first pitch is going to be what they want you to hit.
Mm-hmm. So step off the mound by Albertville's pitcher. Ramirez getting an extra step, now bouncing back and forth.
Playing games a little bit.
So right there, up the middle, just over to second base. He was playing that perfectly. Pitch over to the shortstop, gets the out at second. So that'll end that inning, leaving two stranded. 0-0, your score. We're playing James Clemens baseball here at the Jetsplex. You're listening to Jets Baseball on PAS Plus.
Looking for T-shirts with just the message you want? They're as close as your computer or mobile device. Just go to daddyoscustomtees.com and look through the selection of designs for the perfect one. Or say just what you want with your very own designer message. Daddy O's Custom Tees features short and long sleeve T-shirts plus sweatshirts, hoodies, aprons, mugs, and even pet apparel. With Daddy O's Custom Tees, you can have it your way, whether you need 1 or 100. Go to daddyoscustomtees.com. That's DADDYOS Custom TEES.com. DaddyOsCustomTees.com.
Coming this fall to a podcast platform near you. The Wingmen.
There's someone on the wing. Something.
Join us live every week this football season at Walk On Sports Bistro in Madison as Kirk Pierce, Johnny Johnson, and Brad Kimbrough talk James Clemens sports with coaches, players, and other special guests. The Wingmen.
We're winging it, Jerry.
This fall on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app on your Alexa device by saying Open PAS Plus and online at pasplus.net.
So welcome back to James Clemens Baseball here on PAS Plus. As we got a pitching change right now for James Clemens. As you got Lewis is going to be on the mound now, pitching for the Jets. He's a left-handed pitcher. So kind of looking at some stats real quick. As Hodges pitched 2 innings, faced 9 batters, threw 32 pitches. A little split there, 17 strikes to 15 balls. Gave up 1 hit. No runs, but he did walk 2 batters. Struck out 2 of them, though. So not all in all in 2 innings. Not bad.
No, it's
Kept
not
him
like it's
off
a
the
bad
board.
performance. And, you know, it's this decision to make a pitching change early is probably doesn't have anything to do with his productivity on the mound. It's probably a day that Coach Johnson decided, hey, I've got several arms that need to be getting some live at ABs, and we're gonna kind of stick to this schedule, and we're gonna rotate some guys in and out.
So Lewis's first pitch back to the leadoff batter, Jones, misses for ball 1. Inside, ball 2. So that caught him off the ankle, didn't it?
Yeah.
A little hit by pitch. So puts the first batter, leadoff batter, on first.
That's not what I mean. If you're the guy coming in, you know, if it's a day where Coach Johnson decided we're just going to have several guys throwing, you're the next guy in. You don't want to do that early on.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's tough to get in a rhythm. It's tough to get really comfortable when you're going to have a short leash or you're just getting a certain amount of time. But you want to come in, you want to be efficient.
So let's see if we can get him to get this batter to ground 1. Get a double play.
Double
It'd be
play
nice.
ball would be really nice.
So he squared the bunt, and that one was inside. Ball 1.
Hudson took a long time to find
He
it,
did.
but he didn't give it away that he was looking really hard because the guy's still at first. It's the little things that make a big difference.
See, you pick up on some of that stuff.
Well, if he's back there panicking, that guy's automatically at second.
So
Bunt down
lay down a
first base,
bunt.
he'll
Yeah.
pick it
No,
up
that's going to
foul.
go foul.
That was one of the most timid bunts I've
Really
ever
is.
seen.
You really want to do it?
Yeah.
So 1-1.
Like this guy's thrown inside on me twice. Do I really want to? I really want to take this pitch.
So Williams 0 for 1. Struck out his first at bat. Now Lewis throws over there. It's close. Ball gets away from Wheeler. Rolls down the first base line. So Markfort's got to get over there and make the catch. Throws it in. Icency misses the bounce. Fortunately, Ramirez back there gets the snag. Now they got a runner at first.
You colored that in very well, all the little intricacies and incidences that happened right there. It was a pretty aggressive pick play. And then, like you said, the ball got away, and that's easy to pick up an extra base. Not what you want with no outs.
So now you got a runner in scoring position at second base with no outs, like you said, 1-1 to count to the number 2 batter. Tried to bunt the first time, now he's wanting to bunt the second time. He misses that one, strike 2.
And those, like we talked about it before, those leadoff freebies, they somehow find a way to score.
So you kind of got the meat of the order, third and fourth batters. You got the third batter, and then the cleanup is in the hole right now. So this is number 2 batter in the lineup. Breaking ball, doesn't break enough. Misses outside.
Maybe just wishful thinking, but I was really hoping that thing was going to catch the outside corner.
I did too. So 2-2. Kind of low and in the dirt.
Yeah, he's just struggling finding it here.
Yeah.
They're not terrible pitches. We're just struggling finding the zone.
So right now, what Albertville's coaching, hey, make him throw you a strike.
Make him throw you.
Make him throw you a strike.
Make this guy work too. You know, you just protect the plate right here and you count.
And punching him out.
He did.
And I thought the batter was about to head towards first base, but he knew it was called strike.
I think he wanted to. But he knew it was supposed to be a strike. He was just waiting on that guy to make that delayed call.
And he punched him out, so called strike 3 for out number 1.
Well, you spoke about it a while ago. I mean, again, the guy's working around the zone, but he's not finding that strike zone. So, yeah, definitely make him throw to you. It's got to look really good.
So the number 3 batter in the lineup. Swing and a miss.
Good pitch there.
So he walked his first at bat. So now, like I said, you got a runner at second. The cleanup batter on deck. 1 out. Top of the third. That one misses high.
Yeah, but not too high. I mean, he's staying around the zone, you know. He's trying to give you something that looks good and trying to elicit some swings.
So nobody has scored so far. Nice frame there by Smith.
I mean, that pitch was very, very close to the spot of the last one. And
Smith just kind of brought it down into the strike zone.
It's a game of inches.
So 1-2 now the count. Here's the pitch. Pop up, foul, out of play.
So you got 3 straight right about the same spot. It's 1-2. What are you coming back here with, Kurt?
Well, it's a gimme pitch, so you get him to try to chase one outside the zone.
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably not.
Are you quizzing me?
I'm just asking. I mean, just picking your brain a little bit, you know.
I like it.
I'm a lifelong learner. I want to see how other people.
I'm with you.
I'm probably going to squeeze one inside.
So he's going to pop that one up towards right field. Mark for it. Ranging out, gets that glove, slips on the wet grass, throws it over to Sharp as Sharp throws it in, and they're able to get a runner across the board on a sacrifice. I tell you, Mark Ford did everything he was supposed to do.
Yeah, he did.
The ball his feet just went out from underneath it.
No, it is, I'm telling you, with the amount of rain that we got late last night and all day today up until about 2 o'clock, everything right here is a little damp. You know, the turf is fine, obviously, but that outfield is going to be wet. And you saw it with his feet falling down. He did a great job of knowing that runner's tagging up from second to third and pitches the ball to the center fielder from the ground to try and get the relay in. And we might have had a chance at that play, but it's hard to throw that wet ball. We struggled throwing that wet ball in.
So now Albertville takes a 1-0 lead. Now the cleanup batter swings and misses first pitch to him, outside corner.
And man, he's starting to live right there too on that corner. He's found it, and we're going to live and die right there.
There's a called strike too. I like that pitch.
Now inch this thing further out. And we are.
Low, just a little too low. So 1-2 now the count with 2 outs. Nobody on, but Albertville with a 1-0 lead. That one stayed a little too far outside.
Yeah, we took that one a couple yards outside. Hey, you never know, man. You got pitches to throw away right here.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it.
No. 2-2. That was
especially when you jam him on the next one. That's good pitch calling right there.
So called strike 3 on the inside corner, but we give up 1 run on 19 pitches. Right there, James Clemens kind of had an error there in that inning, that throw over to first base. So, but anyway, score 1-0 as we head into the bottom of the third. You're listening to James Clemens Baseball on PAS+.
The Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship has been set up to honor the legacy of Bama Zach Green, a huge fan of the Crimson Tide, along with Limestone County sports. The scholarship will go each year to a male and female athlete from Limestone County. Checks should be made out to Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship and can be sent in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613. Donations can also be made in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. Thank you for showing your support for local athletes by giving to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Alabama needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back to James Clemens Jets Baseball right here on PAS+. And you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and X at PAS Network. We'll keep you updated on scores and information tonight and throughout the week. Kirk Pierce, Brad Kimbrough, the coach himself. Tim Lambert, our producer. And now you got Sharp, takes a first swing at the bat. Throws over to first base, or hits it to second base, throws him first base, gets him out. Quick out right there.
I thought the second baseman was going to let that thing hop one too many times right there. He did a good job of getting down the line, making a close play out of that. Hey, props to the one and only Jerry Johnson, who hooked us up with a cheeseburger and a hot dog a while ago.
Oh, gotta love that.
She's golden, man. Jerry Johnson is gold.
I got here late. It's good. So Lucier, for his second at bat, he took the pitcher deep into the count earlier, got on base on a walk, but then tried to steal first or second, was thrown out. A good throw by the catcher. So now 2-0 quickly to Lucier.
Yeah, this is. I always tell our hitters too. When you get 2-0 to start, it's your count now. Be
That's
as
absolutely.
picky as you want to be, and look for your pitch, something you can drive hard.
So third pitch to Lucier, called strike. It's a 2-1 now.
This guy had to do some college baseball at some point, the way he goes behind the plate.
So outside, 3-1.
That slow delay and the big hammer.
Coming down. Swing and a miss. So count goes full.
Not your pitch, Carson.
So Krogan, as we get into the bottom of the third inning, has thrown 45 pitches. Oh, that's going to hit Lucier on the top of the head.
Yeah.
He kind of looks at him.
I think it was almost in like disbelief, like, wow.
Wow, that one came in a little too far inside on me.
Yeah.
And I believe you're right. The ump jumps behind the plate.
Yeah.
As Lucier did come up and kind of give him a long stare.
And then umpire decided to walk him a quarter of the way down the first.
He did.
Arm around him, hand in hand, just like Mr. Rogers would.
So, hey, it was in there. It's all right. So now you got Markford stepping up to the plate.
Well,
struck out his first at bat.
Here we are again with a runner on, 1 out. Let's make something happen.
So Lucier, first pitch called strike 1.
I'm honestly a little bit surprised that Coach Johnson hasn't tried to bunt to create something, make something happen, force them to make a play on you. Even if it's a sack bunt, you got Tom Marsh coming up with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position to try and tie the game.
Yeah, your power the next 3 at bats, really, if you want to bring in JT on that too.
Yeah, so but you got 2 guys coming up here on the other side that can see the ball well and have the capability of driving the ball, driving in some runs.
So 1-1 the count. to Markford. That's high. Ball goes to 2-1 because we were just talking about Wheeler.
It's okay.
You know how it works.
Listen, you don't want to know how badly I messed up your job a few weeks ago. I was calling it softball. I didn't give out cues. I mean,
you're fine.
It was bad.
I'll go back and listen to it. That one's high, out of play.
Don't do that to yourself.
So now the count goes to 2-2.
But I did pick up some things, you know. I mean, like the football game I had to do, you were complaining you didn't know what the score was. So I made sure to announce the score all the time, you know. I did a better job of bringing us in and out. I didn't get caught just watching the game.
It's an educational process.
It's a process that I'm not very good at.
So throw over to first base, trying to keep Lucier close, knowing he has a tendency to steal if the mood sits right for him.
Or if Coach Johnson says go.
Or go, like now. So that one's high. Lucier's going to
much better
slide
jump
in.
That time.
Head first. Makes it, yeah. So count is 3-2 on a stolen base. So Lucier is 1 for 2, trying to take second.
50%, not bad.
Not bad at the Hall. Still take 100%, but, you know.
Meatloaf said 2 out of 3 is pretty good.
So Markford's going to put that one over towards right field. Right fielder's going to get underneath it. Lucier's going to stay close to second base, not tag up, so now we got 2 outs.
Now, he tried to draw a throw, and, I mean, again, we talked about that wet ball issue earlier. Tried to take a chance, but...
So now you got Ty Marsh. You don't want to, you know, you got your power stepping up.
Ty, strong kid, you know, very athletic, kind of deceivingly athletic the way Ty's built, but he's a super strong kid. And we talked about his IQ earlier, just has a knowledge of the game. You know, when you tell people that he's your starting quarterback, this is not what they envision or picture, you know, but he's an athletic and smart enough kid that he's able to do, you know, some special things on the football and baseball.
And that's why Western Kentucky gave him a call.
Yeah.
Which is where he's headed. Still got one more year here. In the fall and in the spring. Playing football. As Lucier takes third.
Yeah.
So now he's 2 for 3 on stolen bases.
Meatloaf said it, man. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
So 1-0 count to Marsh. He's going to take a look at that one, called strike.
Yeah, and again, that's actually pretty good discipline probably to hold off on there. I mean, realizing lately you can't do a whole lot with that. A base hit ties the game up.
He took ball 2, foul. So that was outside, and I think has a good idea hitting off the end of the bat towards left field.
But if that thing's breaking a little bit earlier, it might be right in his wheelhouse.
Absolutely.
You know, that's probably what he saw.
Seeing that break early, yeah, you're right. So he's going to hit that one right back to the pitcher. Pitcher's going to run over to first, pitch it underhanded, and get out number 3. So again, James Clemens leaves another runner on base. As we finish 3, your score, Albertville 1, James Clemens nothing. You're listening to Jets Baseball on PAS+.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens sports, and Applebee's tailgate talk via PAS+. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Welcome back to James Clemens Baseball on PAS Plus. Getting ready for the top of the fourth inning. Albertville with a 1-run lead. The number 5 batter in the lineup for Albertville is going to take the first pitch over towards ice and see it second. He's going to field it, throw it to Wheeler, out number 1.
He made that look really good. I mean, just moving laterally, reading the hops, doing a good job of staying in a very good position to play that ball.
So 1 out. Because now you've got O'Rourke. Struck out swinging his first at bat.
Something tells me if this kid gets hold of one, though.
That one's outside. Ball 1.
Just a bit.
Well, hats off to Euchre. I don't think you can call a baseball game and do that without doing that. It's going to bounce right in front of the bag at third base and go foul.
Mm-hmm. Who do you like better, Bob Euchre or Harry Doyle?
Oh, man. I mean,
alter egos of each other.
It really is.
I mean, Harry Doyle's got to be your favorite.
I mean, of course, because he's calling it.
Yeah.
He's, anyway.
That guy just inside-outed an inside fastball.
Shaking his drink with the ice. Talking about the batter, not the batter. And now O'Rourke's got 1-2 count.
Oh.
Well, that was low and in the dirt. That one's hard to stay off.
Yeah.
If you get a 1-2 pitch coming at you, because
I'm swinging over the top of that one.
Yeah,
every
your mindset,
time.
you got to protect the plate.
You got to.
That one gets away. Actually, it hit him.
Yeah, I think it hit him. That's why Hudson didn't come up with it.
So now you got 1 out and a runner at first. The number 7 batter, which is the pitcher, Krogan.
Now batting for the Aggies, number 18, Krogan.
So 1-0 your score. Albertville on top. Now, you can download a copy of this game or go back and listen to Brad's when he did it a couple of weeks ago on demand by going to pasnetwork.net. There's a streaming schedule of all of our upcoming games and links to our mobile apps, too, so you can always kind of just do that and download your favorite James Clemens moment.
Yeah, if people having anxiety and being uncomfortable gives you some humor and entertainment, go check that one out. If you want to hear a good baseball broadcast, get the last one that Kirk and Brock did together.
It was good. It was good.
It's a good game, too.
So 1-1 now. Quickly, the count to Krogan, as the first pitch was inside, and then that one kind of came back inside and called a strike.
Well.
So 1-1 with a runner at first, 1 out, top of the fourth. That one's tried to go back inside.
Good play.
Ooh, I tell you.
Hudson had to come behind the batter to play that ball, and he peeks down there at first, and the guy's got a little bit of a big lead. Take a chance down there at him.
Yeah, Wheeler's got good range.
Yeah.
So he was able to get back safely. Counts 2-1. He hit that one over towards third. Ty's going to flick it over to ice and see. Throws it over to first. Wheeler scoops it. Double play.
Nice.
Getting out of the inning. Nobody hurt.
Just your routine.
Double
5-4-3.
5-4-3. All right, we finished the top of the fourth, heading into the middle of it. When we come back, James Clemens will be up to bat. Albertville on top, 1-0. You're listening to Jets Baseball on PAS Plus.
One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair.
Here's what's on the Jets' radar. On Thursday, JV and varsity baseball host Grissom. JV and varsity softball are at home against Lauderdale County. JV and varsity boys soccer teams go to Austin. JV girls soccer is at Bob Jones, and tennis teams welcome Albertville. Varsity and JV baseball teams host Buckhorn on Friday, and JV and varsity softball take on Lee at home. Freshman baseball plays Madison Academy at home on Saturday. JV baseball goes to Austin on Monday, while the freshman Jets are at Buckhorn unicorn and golf teams compete in the Grissom Tiger Invitational at Valley Hill Country Club. We'll be back with more coverage from PAS Plus.
Welcome back to James Clemens Jets baseball action right here on PAS Plus at the Jetsplex. This is James Clemens. Well, the 1-0, they're down 1-0.
Down 1-0.
There you go, heading to the bottom of the fourth. But you got Wheeler, Johnson, and Ramirez up to bat this inning.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good.
You know, Ramirez was able to get a walk earlier. The only bad thing is, it's still early, but we haven't put a hit on the board. But we've left runners on bases based on the walks.
Almost every inning, right?
Yeah. So we'd like to see Wheeler start us off hot here.
Well, let's hit 2 doubles and then get hot.
That's all right. I'll take it. Or Wheeler just put one over, tied up.
That's a good start,
I'm good with that, too.
Let's see what we do.
Nah. So he's first pitch swinging. Misses. Strike 1. So 0-1 to Wheeler. His second at bat.
Good take.
That was high and outside. So tune in for the Play Action Sports Update 3 times each weekday for school, youth, and amateur sports news from the Limestone County area. And on 1080 AM WKAC, ball 2 to Wheeler. That one's outside.
Reckon when Tim's going to start plugging this wingman.
I take it. It's on there.
No.
It's on there.
No way.
You set me up. Swing and a miss there by Wheeler. Strike 2. So 2-2 now the count with nobody out. As Wheeler's the leadoff batter in the bottom of the fourth. We'll tell you all about what the wingmen are.
Good, because I'm anxious to hear about it.
It's going to be exciting. That's going to catch him on the outside corner for a called strike 3.
That's a tough one right there.
So now J.T. Johnson is your batter.
I'm not sure if by Satchel's reaction, if he knew it was a strike and he's disappointed in himself, or if he didn't think that was a strike and he's disappointed in the guy behind the plate. And I don't mean that derogatory towards Satchel.
No,
I really
absolutely.
can't tell in his demeanor which one of those is the case.
So Johnson 0-for-1, struck out his first at bat. So ball 1 to him. So he's going to hit that one over towards second base. He's going to field it off the knee, throws it to first, gets the out for out number 2. All of a sudden, we've decided not to take this pitcher deep in the count.
Well, the other thing is he's working much faster right now. He feels confident, and I don't know anything about this guy, right? But he may be a guy that if you give him one run, he feels a lot better, and it's a whole lot easier to pitch. It's normally a lot easier to pitch when you do have some run support, right? But
absolutely.
I mean, he's working. Look how fast he's working on the mound now.
So Ramirez fouls off the first pitch to him for strike 1.
I mean, he's going to be ready to go quickly.
0-1 pitch. So Ramirez is going to hit that one high towards the outfield as the center fielder gets underneath that. 1-2-3 inning for Albertville again. Yeah. So we've played 4. Albertville on top by 1-0 your score. You're listening to James Clemens Jets Baseball on PAS Plus.
Local sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544. Join us for Applebee's Tailgate Talk every Saturday morning at 10 on WKAC. We'll talk to coaches and sports figures of local interest and get their thoughts on whatever comes down the pike. We'll also announce our latest Athlete of the Week and give away an Applebee's gift card and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt. Applebee's Tailgate Talk, Saturday mornings at 10 on your PAS Plus app, on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device, online at tailgatetalk.net, and on the air at 1080 WKAC.
Welcome back to James Clemens Baseball on PAS Plus. 1-0 your score. Albertville on top, heading into the top of the 5th inning. Hey, want to tell you about something really exciting and new. Coach Kimbrough kind of set us up there. If you'll listen this fall for the Wingmen. And what we'll do is we'll talk to James Clemens coaches and players every week of the football season live from Walk On Sports Bistro in Madison. And you can hear it on PAS Plus app or your Alexa Drive and online at PASplus.net. So we get our own little podcast,
Dude,
Brad.
I'm fired up. I wasn't really sure what the preface of all this was, but when he said you want in, I'm in. Right, hang out with you guys and
so
deep.
The leadoff batter in the top of the fifth takes that one deep, bounces off the wall. Lucer's not able to get underneath it, throws it in, got a standout double to start us off. So high fly ball out towards left field. Williams just barely missed getting that over the wall.
No, he barreled that up well. And, we talked about Carson's speed and ability out there. Carson was tracking that ball a long way. It wasn't until he gets to the warning track he realizes he's not going to be able to make a play on it.
Now, last week here, we called a couple of baseball games, and Carson, again, doing what he does. He's hustling.
Mm-hmm.
But he kind of bounced off the wall, and that warning track kind of got him. But this time, wasn't able to make that catch with a runner at second. The ninth batter. Now, that was the eighth batter in the lineup that took that one deep.
Yeah, you could tell by the reaction of the fans over there that that's not normal for that guy.
So 0-1 now to the number 9 batter in the lineup for Albertville with a runner at second.
Bunt.
He's squaring up early. And he lays that one, and it dies right in front of Lewis. He's able to recover there and throw it over to Wheeler for out number 1.
Yeah, Lewis kind of took 2 chances to pick that ball up. I don't know if he's rushing himself or just had a hard time gripping it, but it turned out making it really close at first.
He does his job, though, gets that runner moved over from second to third because we're back at the top of the order with Jones, your batter, and he's hit by a pitch.
Well, they would love to drive this run in right here.
So here we go.
A base hit, something down to the right side perhaps. Certainly anything to the grass is going to score a run.
So he fouls that one. His first at bat, he struck out. He was leading us off to open the game, and then the last time he was up, he got hit on the ankle. So 0-1 to him. Lewis in the windup throws. That's going to be hit right. Yeah, right between where Marsh and Ramirez were not. It's an RBI single there by Albertville, and they take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you want for that guy. You got a runner at third. You're looking for a base hit's an easy score, right? And he just busts that one right in the 5-6 hole.
I mean,
no chance for anybody to make a play on that. No, when that thing one hops in between you, nobody's making that play.
So now Williams with 1 out, runner at first. Albertville with a 2-0 lead. Unless we got to get something going at the plate. We got to get these outs, get back up here.
Yeah, you get out of this inning, right, with no more damage than this, and then just get hot at the plate. And we've not had trouble doing that in most games. Seeing it well, swinging it well. This will be the 5th time around you've seen this guy?
Well, yeah. Yeah,
the 5th
overall,
inning that we're seeing this guy.
So that's going to be a slow roller over to Lewis. He's going to throw it to second base.
Good.
As Ramirez. So there was a little bit of he did the right play.
Pitcher made the right play, but your short and second were kind of converging at the same time. Neither on the bag.
So really, I don't know how you score that.
At coach's discretion.
So we'll
he reaches first on a fielder's choice.
That's exactly what it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So fielder's choice there. So runners at first and second now with Lewis 0 for 1. He lined out to right field his last at bat. He actually, strike one called to him. He's the one that hit it out to Markfort. Markfort slipped as he was coming up for the throw. So they were able to get their first run in.
Comes inside.
Yeah.
Runners are going to advance. There's nothing you can do on that one.
So Lewis Smith, I don't even know what I'm thinking there. Pass ball, Jones and Williams advance on the bases as Lewis. I'm looking at too many names.
Hang in there, man.
As Lewis, the pitcher, that one got away from Smith behind the plate.
Yeah, tough situation there. So now you're looking for a strikeout or a short pop-up, something that they can't advance on.
So there's a hot shot right over there to Smith. To Lewis, and he throws it over to Marsh. And they make the tag.
And they tag him out. So what you had was a line drive back to the pitcher who makes the out and then turns and looks at 3 to try and double the guy up. The ball bounces off of Marsh's glove, and the runner tries to advance home. Marsh throws it in, and we get the tag play at home. That is the inning.
Yeah. I mean,
a lot to cover right there in a short amount of time.
So 2-0 your score as Albertville leaves 2 stranded on the bags. And we got to get some runs going in this inning right here at the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, time to warm up.
So here we go. We'll be back. You're listening to Jets Baseball on PAS Plus.
Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic, Southern, character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special. And that includes local sports. Call 233-8750. Come by our office at 508 South Jefferson Street or look for the link online at athensal.us.
This is John. Hello. Katie.
Hi.
And Ted.
Howdy.
Ted's a welder. Katie's a dental hygienist. And John's an IT technician.
IT, this is John.
They all have 2 things in common. They're making good money, and they all have 2-year degrees or certificates from Calhoun Community College. We have classes in Decatur, Huntsville, or everywhere online. Choose Calhoun Community College. Your community, your college, your future. Register now.
Welcome back to James Clemens Baseball, PAS Plus. Getting ready for the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-0 your score as Albertville's on top. Now, Coach Kimbrough, we are in the 7, 8, and 9 spots in our batting order. And so leading us off is going to be Icency.
Well, we talked earlier about guys in the 8th and 9th hole, right? Not traditionally not being your best hitters. Not necessarily the case with our guys. I mean,
completely.
Everybody in this lineup has the capability of being productive at the plate. We just need one to get us started.
So Krogan starts this inning again. So he's pitched 4 innings coming in the 5th inning, 67 pitches.
And as fast as this guy was working last inning with 1 run, he's working even faster now with 2 runs. Look, I mean, he's getting set. He's coming.
So he's got a no-hitter going so far, and I say that to jinx him. Swing and a miss. I don't know if that works.
Against you? Or,
I don't know how that –
It works against you if it's yours, right? But you can't spoil somebody else's no-no on purpose.
That's right. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, so 2-2. I, on purpose, a couple of weeks ago, did not call Wheelers.
Yeah.
So it did kind of mess up his perfect game, though.
Good take.
Yeah, that was tough to take right there, high and inside,
and
though.
I think the umpire thought about it.
He was.
He really
wanted
thought
to ring
about
him up.
That one, yeah.
So Icency with a full count. Foul ball. QAB.
Probably would have been ball 4, but too close to lay off at that count. Those were the classic commercials, by the way.
Love those. 3-2 pitch. Catches it on the corner.
That's why you can't lay off that last pitch. That's tough.
That's tough.
Very tough right there, but you got to protect, especially when you're down, right? I mean, you can't get cheated at the plate.
So Hudson Smith for his second at bat. Grounded out to second baseman. First up. So his second time to see Krogan.
Yeah, let's just see. And that's, we talked about that before. Let's see what kind of adjustment that guy makes. You want those young guys to get a lot of at-bats, learn how to adjust. Let's see if he makes an adjustment.
So high and outside, ball 1. That one's going to frame right on that corner. Called strike.
Yeah, and he's finding that corner well.
He's popping that mitt.
With fastballs and breaking balls.
Steps off. 1-1 pitch. Framed again. He's living on that outside corner right now.
He's definitely trying to. I mean,
here's the 1-2 pitch. So is that one going to drop?
It looks.
And that center fielder really he ran up. Makes the catch.
I thought that one had a chance to get down. It didn't look like it was hit super solid, but.
So Adams out there in center field makes the catch, 2 outs. Is now Sharp 0 for 1. Grounded out to second base. Here's the pitch. He's going to hit that right up the middle for the first hit of the game for James Clemens.
Well, maybe you did jinx the no-no.
I did that on purpose. So now with a single out to center field, we're back to the top of the order as Lucier, for the third time, 2 walks. So let's see what he does. Now Lucier, he can put him out there.
Oh yeah, he's got a little bit of pop to him. He's also suspect to put a bunt down and beat it out.
Yes, he is. He'll put that one right down the third base line. But he's just he's going to hit it into the gap between short and third for the second hit in a row for James Clemens. Now we got runners in score position, first and second.
Carson did a good job right there. Knew what he was looking for, got it first pitch, and he got barrel on that one.
So now Mark Fort, 0 for 2, lined out to right field, last at bat. So now they've had a chance to see this same pitcher twice.
Yeah.
And you can see the top of the order
around.
making their adjustments. So now let's see what this pitcher does with runners in scoring position. James Clemens with down 2 runs.
Here's another guy who may put a bunt down.
He can.
Yeah. He's going to watch that one.
Yeah. I would. I mean,
no, absolutely. It's one of the things that is a pet peeve of mine with young players is when you have runners on and you go up there and you yank the first pitch. That's probably the pitch that they want you to hit.
Yeah.
So take the time to see a couple pitches.
So Lucer's taking off to third.
Oh, he's going to come on.
Sharp actually. So Sharp's going to score on a stolen base. Lucer's going to try to take third, slides in head first, and he does. So nice bit of base running there to get on the board. 2-1, your score.
Yeah, very much. I mean, the catcher comes up and throws that first ball in the ground in front of the third baseman, so it gets by him. That allows Sharp the chance to score. And then on the throw home, Lucier takes third. Good aggressive base running. And smart.
So now we've got runners. We've got a runner at third. 2 outs. Mark Fort with a 1-1 count. He's going to look at that one low. I thought that I was going to call that one.
Yeah.
So 2-1. Patient at the plate, Mark Fort. You've got a runner. We can tie this up right here. And he does. Right out towards center field. Takes a bounce. So an RBI single there by Hayden Markford, doing what he does. When he's got runners in scoring position, usually he comes through.
Well, 3 hits. I mean, 2 runs now off 3 hits.
So a RBI single. And now you got Marsh. 0 for 2. Struck out his first at bat. And then hit right back to the pitcher. So Mark Fort with some speed and some length.
That's what I was.
Ty Marsh.
I was about to say, if he gives Ty a ball that he can turn on, you got a chance to go first and third right here.
So now you got runners at first and second with Wheeler, your cleanup, and now Albertville's coach wants to have a talk.
I think it's a good time to do that if you're Albertville.
So he's pitched 83 pitches going into this 5th inning. So I don't see anybody in the bullpen that's been warming up.
No, but I mean, think about it. He goes, 4 innings and doesn't give up a hit.
Yeah.
And then in the 5th, you give up 4 back-to-back.
With 2 outs.
Yeah.
So we've tied this up with 2 outs. So there is a little bit of pressure, as you can hear in the background.
Oh, no question.
So again, I want to remind you, you can check out the PAS Plus mobile app. It's your connection to all of our live streams, along with scores, game archives, and a whole lot more. Just go online to pasnetwork.net for the download links. That's your key for everything that's going on Play Action Sports Network and PAS Plus. Tim Lambert does a great job of keeping that one updated with everything. So another left-handed batter is Wheeler, the first baseman. 0 for 2. Lined out to center field his first at-bat. Struck out looking on his second at-bat. Last time up.
We're on a hot streak right now, though. We're breaking up the consistency of no hits.
So the pitcher, Krogan, kind of takes a look at second base, makes Markford go back to the bag. Now Wheeler's ready. That one's low and in the dirt. So now, I mean, you've had just back-to-back hits. Make him throw you a strike because
absolutely
you've got the cleanup with the power.
Well, and a guy standing on second, I mean, you're looking for your pitch, right? Something you can drive, something you can hit hard, give him a chance to score.
That one's low and in the dirt. Mark Fort takes a good lead off of second, gets third, double steals. Now we got runners in scoring position at second and third. Marsh at second, Mark Fort at third. So good base running this inning right here for James Clemens.
Yeah, very much so. And now you got a great count for your hitter.
So 2-0, ahead in the count. Low and in the dirt, ball 3. Markfort's going to go ahead and take a steal. And the throw back to the pitcher doesn't get to him. And Markfort slides in head first. Marsh goes to third. Now we've taken the lead.
Well, the toss was high from the catcher, and Markfort's going in there head first and low. They kind of tangle. There's no way he's going to hold on that baseball.
So Marsh now at third. Wheeler with a 3-0.
What do you think Coach Johnson just told
Wheeler?
Oh,
I know. I make my fist. That's a hold. That's what I would tell my runners. So that's a strike there.
Must have been taken then. I mean, you've already taken the lead. You got 2 outs. I might have given the green light.
Nah, you wouldn't have.
I might have.
That's ball 4. So we got runners on the corners. As now
John Thomas Johnson the 5th
steps up, and they're gonna make a pitching change here.
Let me brag on JT for a minute. I was asked this morning to speak to a group of principals who were visiting our school.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 15. I'm not sure how many were in the room. I was asked to speak to them by our principal, so I obliged, of course. I'm a team player.
Absolutely.
I wasn't sure what I was talking about or why, but, I'll go. Sure, I'll do it. And when I show up, guess who's on my shoulder? JT Johnson. And I said, JT, what are you doing? He goes, I got to go in here and talk.
Oh, yeah?
And I said, okay, buddy, wow. So let's do it. And JT and I sat together. Now, I was anxious. I was really hoping that he went before me so that I could be a part of it.
Yeah.
Man, killed it. JT killed it. I mean, they wanted to know what James Clemens was like from a student's perspective. Nobody better to ask than John Thomas V, right? He goes up there and he kills it, does a great job of talking to those. And you could tell the atmosphere in the room once he was done and he leaves. Those people were like, wow. Look, here's a senior in high school who was able to come in here and talk to us in a very professional way and articulate the points that he wanted to make. So they were very impressed with him as well.
Well, I mean, if you've spent any time, especially for us in fall with football, he is painted up.
Yeah.
He's leading. He'll run out there on the field and carry the James Clemens flags.
Oh, yeah. He is the self-proclaimed leader of the student section.
And he is going to be missed this year.
He will be. I mean, listen, I don't know if you know this, but JT is a little bit of an emotional guy, and that can work for you or against you. But he embraces it, and he plays that way, and he carries himself that way. There's not a kid in the building that loves James Clemens more than JT does.
So it looks like Albertville is going to bring in ball number 3 Albertville is going to bring in ball number 3 for them as the relief or pitcher coming in.
For JC, number 7, John Thomas Johnson.
So JT is going to be the first batter to see this new pitcher.
Well, based on his last 2 at-bats, I'll tell you this. He ain't going up there to get cheated.
No, he's not. No, he is swinging.
He's not going to get cheated for sure.
All right, JT's got runners in scoring position with a one-run lead. 4 hits in a row for James Clemens. First pitch misses outside.
Yeah,
ball 1.
They're pitching out, but they weren't even going to bite on that.
So Wheeler goes ahead and takes second on a defensive, or kind of an indifference there.
Yeah, defensive indifference.
And that's going to catch the corner for called strike 1.
Very similar pitch.
So 1-1 now to Johnson. Lets that one go by. Outside, ball 2.
Still trying to work that way, low and away. Make it difficult.
Two and 1. He's going to take that one out towards center field, high and deep, and the center fielder's going to range underneath it and make the catch. But not before James Clemens gets 3 runs off of 4 hits this inning. So when we come back, we'll be the top of the 6th inning. You're listening to James Clemens Baseball on PAS Plus.
One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc Podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
Welcome back to James Clemens Baseball on PAS Plus. Good bottom half of the 5th inning for James Clemens. Able to take the lead, 3-2. Lewis is still on the mound for James Clemens to start the top of the 6th with 39 pitches he's thrown so far. Not a bad couple of innings.
Not a bad outing right there at all.
So Lewis staying out there, facing Ball, the new pitcher, the cleanup batter. And he's going to hit it right up the middle for another base hit for Albertville. First pitch swinging. It was a hard ground ball right up the middle. So now, runner at first. They're going to get a courtesy runner here.
Stepping to the plate, number 36, Mr. Anderson.
Mr.
So Anderson, and the reason is because they wrote their lineup down, only last names.
It's tough to call out a first name when you don't know it.
That's correct. We can make it up, but I don't want to.
I hate to overstate the obvious, but
breaking ball misses, just didn't come inside.
A long sweep on that one.
Mm-hmm. So the lefty, you got a natural curve anyway when you release it. That one stayed outside, ball 2. So 2-0 to the 5th batter in the lineup for Albertville with a runner at first, nobody out. Gonna throw it over to first. He's back safely. Makes me giggle.
Well, you can't help it.
No.
Natural.
2-0 pitch. Hit towards Mark Ford in right field. He'd make it a.
Yeah,
that one's going to stay fair.
Yeah, Mark Ford got stuck out there or something. He fell twice, maybe a third time.
So another base hit.
Is that a shoe or a hat that's on the ground?
That's his hat. So now he's checking his cleat because it hung up on him or something.
Yeah, he stumbled twice for sure trying to get to that ball and probably had a chance to get there.
I mean, it stayed in the air. Yeah, quite a bit.
And it fell just inside of the foul line.
So now Albertville, nobody out, 2 on to O'Rourke.
In case you're just joining us, we had a very rainy evening.
Yeah, we did.
And all day today.
And that's going to get away from Smith. So that pass ball is going to get the runners over to second and third.
Yeah, not a good start right here in this inning because you got runners at second and third, no outs. And Coach Johnson's going to come out and have a little conversation, calm us down maybe. No, looks like we're going to see a new pitcher.
Yeah, so that's going to do it for Lewis. What we'll do is take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the new pitcher for you. You're listening to James Clemens Baseball on PAS+.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Alabama.
This message presented by the AHSAA and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
Welcome back to James Clemens Baseball on PAS+. As a Noah Gerald going to be the new pitcher for James Clemens. He's got 2 on, nobody out. Runners at second and third for Albertville. Facing a 1-0 count against O'Rourke. Now, Gerald's got a nice little breaking ball.
Oh, yeah. He's
from his right-hand side.
He's got some break to it. I mean, you see that thing swooping in.
That one's low and in the dirt for ball 2.
You know, we were talking a while ago, the last time we saw him out, he just had a rough time finding the zone over there.
He did, over at Trash Pandas.
Yep. Sparkman. And
low and outside, again, ball 3.
The Jets ended up giving up a lot of runs right there. Of course, they came back, made a heck of a game out of it, you know. We had bases loaded with a chance to tie or for Ty Marsh to walk it off even.
Right. So, ball 4. So 4 straight balls puts O'Rourke on first base, bases loaded.
Got him right where we want him.
So 7th batter's 1 for 2. Singled over towards first, his first at bat. So now Albertville that's Krogan, the pitcher, who started off as the pitcher, lost the lead. But an opportunity to get it back here with bases loaded and nobody out. So you can go online to tailgatetalk.net, enter your nominations for the Applebee's Athlete of the Week, and vote on this week's poll. We'll announce the winner Saturday between 10 and noon on Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC. The winner gets a gift card from the Athens Applebee's and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. So go online and vote for your favorite athlete. And that's going to get away from Smith. It's going to keep it, though, to the point where runners do not advance. So ball 1 to Krogan. So 4 straight balls thrown by Gerald. Just need to find that zone right here. Here's the pitch. That's low.
Yeah,
ball 2. So Coach Johnson seen 5 straight balls thrown. wants to go out and have a talk with Noah.
Yeah, I mean, all you got to do, look, bases are loaded, so and you have no outs. It's next to impossible to get out of this situation without giving up runs.
Right.
So the biggest thing you want to do is just challenge these guys.
Yeah.
Right. You find the zone, make these guys hit it. You're a lot better pitcher when you try to make them hit it rather than try to make them miss it. So just hone in right here, find your stuff, trust your mechanics, and throw to the batter. And whatever happens, happens.
And that's what Coach Johnson's saying.
You got a really good defense behind you.
Absolutely. let your defense do the work and help you out.
Yes.
I mean, these guys at this point, 7A, they've been pitching for the majority of their life since they've been playing.
Yeah, most of them have.
So, Coach Johnson out there, long talk with Noah, and now the ump's going to go out there and say, hey.
You're going to break them up. I don't know why. I mean, we got this nice weather. It's not like you got anywhere else to be.
Yeah. So Coach Johnson, I love his demeanor right there.
Just
he had his hand on him and said, hey, man, this is you. Tom Marsh, leader on defense over there, goes out there and talks to him, says, hey, you're good, man. We got you. I'm paraphrasing. I don't know what he said. I can't read lips, but I would imagine that's what Ty said. If I were Ty, that's what I would have said.
Ty's the guy that knows what it's like to have the spotlight on you. You know, you're touching the ball every play, and everybody sees you.
So here's the 2-0 pitch.
And there you go.
Still misses low. So now 3-0 to Grogan. I said Grogan.
Close enough.
Yeah. So here's the pitch. He's going to squirt a bunt, and that's going to be a strike right there. Finally, we got one in there. Now Noah's ready. So 3-1. No outs. Bases loaded. He's going to pop that one high. It's going to be out of play. Strike two. Now count goes to full.
Man, we got three guys over there hustling, trying to converge on that ball.
You want the out.
Yeah, but you're going to give up a run.
Yeah. Are they able to turn around and make that catch and throw? I mean, that'd have been tough.
I think the way your body's moving, as fast as you're moving to make that play, it's not going to happen.
Right. So here we go. 3-2. It's payoff pitch time.
Challenge him right here.
Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt. Walks in a run. So score tied now. 3-all. Still nobody out. With the eighth batter in the lineup.
Well, you definitely want to. I mean, look, even with bases loaded, no outs. You know, if you get a short ball, we make a play at home, and then you get a short pop-up, I mean, things can change. Your fortune can change really quickly.
So first pitch foul to Williams. 1 for 1 on the day. Walked his first at bat and then had that double bounce off the wall in left field.
Yeah, it was a big shot.
So an opportunity here for Albertville to take the lead. Low in the dirt. So 1-1. This is outside.
You know, I was hopeful for him starting ahead of this at bat. He could kind of hone it in and work. Then he missed down and away, and that time just wide.
So 2-1. Misses outside, ball 3.
And yeah, you can tell it's getting into him. I mean, you know, he's frustrated with himself right now, just trying to find it.
So movement in the bullpen for James Clemens. Low in the dirt. Another run walked in. So now Albertville takes a 1-run lead.
Yep, and that's
top of the 6th.
That may do it for him.
That is going to do it as Coach Johnson's headed out to the mound. So we'll have another pitching change this inning as Albertville takes a 1-run lead. So while we'll swap that, we'll keep it here and just kind of talk to you for a second.
Sure.
So thinking about, you know, what we're calling tonight's game against Albertville, but technically on the schedule, we were supposed to call yours.
Yeah, we're supposed to come over and watch some softball, but as you can tell, we still got some standing water out here. It was, it wasn't just rainy last night. It was pretty windy as well. So we put the tarp down. We really wanted to play today. Our girls are looking forward to playing today. But show up this morning, and the wind had definitely done a number on our tarp. So the playing surface is not ideal. You don't want to put any kids in danger.
No.
You know, and that goes for us or any other kids. So we chose not to play today and just move it to Friday. You know, we needed to play. We're in a tough spot right now in our season. You know, you and I talked a little bit earlier about being inexperienced, not so much young. Yes, we have a lot of youth on our team, but even some of our upperclassmen are just inexperienced as far as softball goes. So it's like having a very young team, and you're taking. You know, we talked about Hudson Smith earlier wanting to get at bats.
Right.
We got about 3 of those in our lineup right now that we need to see 45, 50 at bats. You know, to get comfortable. Well, it takes a while to do that.
Right.
And so. We've had some really tough games, but we've also competed really, really well at times. And this team is really trying to find an identity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my first year here, it was all about changing the culture. And you had some kids on there last year that wanted to make it something. The previous season, we had very, very good senior leadership.
Yeah.
You know, Lauren Evans and then Anna did a great job for us as far as senior leadership. And we got better and we would go out and compete. Well, you know, we've had some tough kids or some tough situations happen, like with Jada being injured game 1. You know, Jada's been out since game 1 and don't know if she's going to be back this season.
That's unfortunate.
You know, we lost our shortstop from last year just because, you know, family moved. And, I mean, so we've had some holes to fill, and we're kind of lacking that strong leadership. And some kids have tried, but we don't have an identity yet. And when we find it, I think we got a chance to really make some noise.
No doubt. Now, Jesse Isensee is the pitcher. We've seen him come in.
Yep.
Pitch in relief. Caleb Wilson goes to play second base. So Isensee on the mound now for James Clemens. Hits the first batter. That's going to score a run.
You do a really good job with that last name. I just call him Jesse Reno.
So Isensee gets 1 run credited to him on a hit batter. Base is still loaded. Nobody out. And we've walked in, or 3 runs here.
Yeah, 3 freebies too. I mean, that's tough.
So Jones back to the top of the order for Albertville. Opportunity for a huge inning here, as that one's going to get away for ball 1.
You know, Albertville definitely sensing that they got a lot of opportunity right here. Still no outs, leading by 2, bases loaded.
That one's going to get away. Smith keeps it out in front of him. Ball 2.
Yeah, he's been working hard back there.
He is.
I mean,
so when I coached, I'd tell them, catchers, don't work your pitcher. You know, make sure your throw back to the mound is where it needs to be. But at this point, hey, don't work your catcher. So swinging foul ball down the third base line. So
he barreled that one up well.
He did.
We're pretty fortunate that one got foul.
So early on that, 5-3 your score. Aggies of Albertville on top. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Gets him to swing under that one.
Yeah, that was high.
Yeah.
So 2-2 now.
Look, not a bad idea. I mean, when you've been missing low,
go high.
Change it up. Change that eye location a little bit. Do something different.
Check swing, no outside, full count. Same thing for Isensee. Let your infield do some work.
Do the job.
Caleb is a good second baseman as well. So ball 4, walks in another run. So we started this inning with a 3-2 lead.
Yes.
And now we're down 3 runs, 6-3.
Yeah.
With nobody out, base is still loaded.
And they've yet to hit in a run in this inning.
So Williams is 0 for 3, struck out twice, then grounded out, called strike 1 to him.
Well, and the other situation now is you may start finding your stuff a little bit, but these guys are waiting. They're going to wait it out.
Because that one's low and in the dirt. So, again, we've not been able to throw back-to-back strikes.
Yes.
At all this inning.
You not being able to put together a complete at bat yet. They're going to wait it out.
So foul ball. Going to go over towards the visiting dugout, hits off the roof. So now, Icency ahead in the count, 1-2. What do you do here, Coach?
If I'm the batter or if I'm the pitcher?
Take your pick. Batter, you're going to wait.
If I'm the batter, if it looks like it might be close, I'm swinging.
Strike 3, got him looking right there.
But he did not.
He didn't even.
He didn't think about swinging.
No.
The bat almost did not leave him.
So the number 3 batter in the lineup with bases loaded and 1 out now. So Icency trying to get us out of this really ugly top of the 6th.
Yeah, just kind of a sloppy inning.
So first pitch misses inside.
I don't know that one missed.
I don't think it did either.
I think the umpire missed. I think he was planning on moving around.
Swing and a miss there.
Yeah, hopefully getting an out. I mean, finally obtaining an out builds a little confidence.
So Icency throwing the heat, 1-1. That's going to be a grounder over towards Ramirez. Ramirez is going to toss it over to Wilson. Wilson's going to come up, throw it, and he is safe at first, scores another run. Got 2 outs, though. So now you got runners on the corners.
Yeah,
with a 7-3 lead.
Francisco unhappy with himself right there, just indecision whether or not to take that ball himself at second or to toss it, and he kind of made a last-minute change. That probably cost us the double play. Nonetheless, we do get another out.
So they get another run on the board, so they're up by 4. 7-3 your score. Albertville finally able to put the bat on the ball and get one across the plate. Inside, misses, ball 1. So this is Ball, the new pitcher. He's the cleanup batter. He's 1 for 3. Runners on the corners. And that one hits him on the shoulder. So now bases loaded again as Anderson steps up.
Well, we've enjoyed most of this inning with bases loaded, so why not end it with bases loaded? Yeah,
absolutely. Hit a slow roller back to Icency.
Take it.
Pop-up foul.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Just get out to the first baseman, go through you.
I mean, we're in the middle of our lineup. When we come back up to bat, leading us off is going to be Ramirez. We still got to get to that point.
I think anywhere in our lineup is a good place.
Absolutely.
You know? I mean, you just don't know who's going to come up with that hit when you need it.
So 1-0 now. He's going to hit that one blooper right over Marsh's head. That's going to score 1. As the runner is going to round third, slide head first into home plate, even though there was no play on the play, or no throw on the play.
Yeah, that's one of those really unfortunate hits because the guy, he really just kind of check swing. And it ends up just putting a little blooper over the third baseman's head.
So now they score 2 more runs to go up 9-3 with O'Rourke.
Yeah, 7 runs just this inning, right? And the vast majority came because of walks or hit batters. And
so 4 of those runs came off of walks or hit batter. Yeah, you're right. So only really 3 of those have been hits earned. We weren't able to get out of the double play.
Yeah, you go back to that double play, and that gets you out of the inning.
Breaking ball, called strike.
Yeah, if you get that double play, then you save 2 more runs. 3 more runs.
Yep. Outside, 1-1. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. That was Mrs. High.
Man, just both of the pitchers this inning just struggling putting those at bats together. Find the consistency.
9-3 your score. Swing and a miss. So 2-2 to O'Rourke. He's going to hit a hot shot over to Ramirez. He's going to toss it over to Wilson. Get us finally out of this inning.
Man.
But I tell you, that was a rough one.
Yeah, not fun to watch that inning. A lot of freebies. Gave up way too much right there. Let's see if we can get some of it back.
So 7 runs off of 3 hits. We threw 42 pitches that inning between 3 different pitchers. Albertville on top, 9-3. When we come back, bottom of the 6th inning, Jets are up to bat. You're listening to James Clemens Baseball on PAS+.
Local sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544.
This is John.
Hello.
Katie.
Hi.
And Ted.
Howdy.
Ted's a welder. Katie's a dental hygienist. And John's an IT technician.
IT, this is John.
They all have 2 things in common. They're making good money, and they all have 2-year degrees or certificates from Calhoun Community College. We have classes in Decatur, Huntsville, or everywhere online. Choose Calhoun Community College. Your community, your college, your future. Register now.
Welcome back to PAS Plus broadcast of James Clemens Baseball here at the Jetsplex. A little bit of a mountain decline, down 6 runs, 9-3, with Ramirez, Isency, and Smith due up to bat. Sure would like to see Sharp and then take us back to the top of the order. It means we got something going.
Hey, like we said earlier, let's hit 2 doubles and then get hot.
So Ramirez is who you want up to the plate to start the inning. I can't think of a better batter.
The guy can be electric. He's a multi-threat up there. You know, he's got good speed. So all he's got to do is get something going. You know what I mean? Let's not trade outs early here in this inning. And we don't have to get it all back right now.
No, chop away.
We can chip away.
One at a time.
Got my rally cap on now.
I like it. You did. You turned it around.
I did. I got to do something different.
Look, over the top. You're welcome.
What a terrible plot. Love that movie. But
so Ramirez lets strike 1 go by.
And I think we said it before on air. I mean, who arm wrestles for custody of their kid?
Sylvester Stallone.
No, that was Lincoln Hawk.
Lincoln Hawk. Yeah, I know. So 0-2 right now, quickly to Ramirez. So he looks at both of those strikes. So now he's down in the count.
Taking early is not bad. One swing can't tie this game for you.
That one's low and outside.
He knows what he's doing.
Baseball IQ is there.
Yeah. You got more than I do.
Chopper down third base line goes foul.
Would have been nice if that thing bounced about 6 feet inside the line.
Yep. He hugged that line a little bit. So the BG's moment.
Well, we're staying alive at the plate.
Here's the 1-2 pitch outside. 2-2.
I don't know that I've ever seen a catcher olay a ball the way I just did there.
Then he throws it down, and the pitcher has to catch it on the bounce.
The guy didn't get enough work in ground balls pregame.
So don't work your pitcher.
You want to make sure he's ready. That was a long inning right there. You got to wake him up.
Inside, 3-2. So Ramirez started off with an 0-2 count, 3 straight balls. He'll work that full.
Told you he knew what he was doing.
So stay in there with a foul ball.
Yeah.
So just really 6 pitches right there to Ramirez.
Make this guy work. You know, we talked about seeing adjustments last time around. I mean, just keep adjusting. Adjust every bat, every at bat.
Low, outside, misses. Putting him on the bag. So we'll take that.
Leadoff walks are good for us.
So Isency, the new pitcher, started off at second base, came in the top of this 6th inning in relief. So needing to help himself out. Here we go. Runner at first is Ramirez.
And he's capable to do it. Good take.
Called strike 1.
Still a good take. We just talked about it, right?
Yep.
Make this guy work. Make him throw pitches. One swing can't do a lot for you right here.
Swing and miss. So 0-2.
And that guy's going to continue to try and work that spot. I mean, As long as he's having any success with it, he's going to stay there.
ISNC chokes up a little bit on the bat. That one's going to get away from the catcher and Ramirez.
Wild pitch right there. He throws it about 4 or 5 feet above the catcher.
So Ramirez goes ahead, takes second on that pass ball. So 1-2 with a runner in scoring position now. Nobody out. Bottom of the 6th. Gonna foul that one. Almost like a little slap swing. You're familiar with that?
Yeah.
Not usually from the right-hand side.
No, not from the right-handed, but it has been done. Not as effectively or efficiently, I should say.
So, I mean, that's something you call. Do you call that, or is that just your batters in softball that's their MO?
We have at times, but if you got a girl like our leadoff, McKenna King, is a true, multi-threat. She can slap, she can slap bunt, and she can hit for power. So, we tend to make that decision based on how the defense plays her.
So here's the 1-2 pitch. It's going to hit ISNC, and he's going to go on. So are we kind of mirroring the top of the 6th here?
Those pitches right there are never fun, where it just catches you square in the back. But productive up there. I mean, you didn't swing at bad pitches. Well, the second pitch you probably shouldn't have swung at, but you didn't chase terrible pitches, and you end up getting on.
So Graves is going to be your new batter, batting for Smith, as Albertville's coach wants to have a talk on the mound.
Yep. Not sure we're going to see a pitching change yet, but taking the time. So, all right, let's go back to the Wingmen.
Yeah,
right?
Let's do it.
So, new podcast.
That's right.
The Wingmen.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be the host of this thing?
Yeah, so it'll be myself.
Okay.
You.
I think you're a perfect host, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Coach Johnny Johnson.
Yes. And Tim.
And Tim, our producer. So there's 4 Wingmen.
Sweet.
4 Wingmen.
So you're the pilot. Right? And then Tim would be like the air traffic controller.
Sure. Sure.
I don't know what me and Johnny are going to be.
I mean, y'all are cup holder. Flight attendant. Okay,
Flight attendant, yeah.
I like it. But
I imagine we'll have a flight attendant at walk-ons, correct?
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I'm excited about it because this is a new thing for us. I mean, it's a podcast, and it's kind of comes from the creative mind of Tim Lambert. So Graves,
a little check swing.
Check swings that one, foul ball.
I guess my question is, what kind of format? I'm looking forward to it. But you know me, I roll in. I just be there when I'm supposed to be there. And Johnny and I can put on a show.
Absolutely. So here's the 0-1 pitch to Graves. He's going to foul that one off of his foot. Strike 2. But no, you're right. I think, we're getting into football season. Obviously, we're going to have some of the players in. We're going to have some of the coaches, but we're also going to talk some baseball. I'm looking forward to it because we can bring in lacrosse.
Yeah.
We can bring in basketball.
Yeah.
We can do, we'll have more time with them.
I bet I got some people over there in the building you don't even know yet.
Let's do it, man. It's a all sports talk. I mean, we will do some, it'll be majority football. So Graves, 3 fouls in a row.
We're gonna have like a politics segment.
I don't know. We can break off into that. It's a podcast. There's no time limit.
We don't have to have a script. We can just take us wherever it goes, right?
Right. But we'll be at Walk-Ons, the new sports bistro over in Madison. Looking forward to that on Highway 72. So Graves,
there's a hit,
fighting, and hits that one out towards left field. So Ramirez is going to hold up at third. Now we got bases loaded for Sharp.
Man, this is what we talked about a while ago, right? Just chipping away. So now you got bases loaded. How many outs on the board, Kirk?
That would be a negative.
Big fat 0.
That's a goose egg.
Okay. So now you put Albertville in a situation where they want to trade runs for outs.
That's it.
So if we can put 2, 3, even 4 runs on the board right here, you're setting in good shape going in the 7th.
So Sharp, the number 9 batter in the lineup. So you're going to see the top of the order.
Yes.
At least 1 and 2.
Unless you're hitting a double play here.
Stop. See, I wasn't going to say it.
You got to think that way.
But
no, he's not
what
going
does Sharp do? He gets an RBI single.
He hits it where every hitting coach
RBI.
tells you. Nice job.
As ISNC rounds third. So Ramirez and ISNC score to cut the lead.
Yeah, he does exactly what every hitting coach tells you to do. Hit it right back up the middle. All right, he punches it right past the mound, and it gets through, plates 2 runs. And how many outs?
So you got a big goose egg, no outs. Back to the top of the order with Carson Lucier. 1 for 1, drew 2 walks his first couple of bats.
Yeah, he's been productive. I mean, seeing a lot of pitches, making the pitcher work, taking him deep in counts.
He's got such a quick swing, and he shows it right there on that foul ball. Boy, he was trying to go back to where he was at his last at-bat with his line drive single, but that one does go foul for strike 1.
Of course, he got hit in the back of the head once.
Yes, he did. Yeah, forgot about that one. So 9-5, your score. A little Dolly Parton action. Swing and miss.
That one's too good not to swing at, and by the time you're swinging, you realize you don't want it.
The bottom fell out of that one. So 0-2 to Carson.
Hang in there, Carson. Give us one of those long at-bats.
Runners at first and second. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So now Mark Fort is your batter. 1 for 3. Drove one out to center field.
Yeah, you know, the top of our lineup has had good at-bats, but they've not been run producers today.
So you got Marsh on deck and Wheeler in the hole. Here we go. Low in the dirt. That's going to get away from the catcher. Now the runners are going to advance as Graves goes over to third. Sharp heads to second.
And we're in really good shape here. Because you feel really confident about plating at least one more run.
So Mark Fort, opportunity here to get another 2-run RBI because Sharp has some speed as well. Plays center field.
Yeah.
So see what happens. Here we go. 1-0 pitch on the way to Mark Fort. That one misses low. Ball 2.
It didn't look like it missed, did it?
No. So 2-0. First base is open. Inside. 3-0. There's Johnny Johnson.
So you still think he's got a red light, huh? He's holding.
Showing the fist. He didn't even move.
No.
Coach Johnson.
He knows that they know.
Inside. That hits him.
When you're as well coached as these guys are, and I'm not saying that in jest. I mean, I get to see them in practice a lot, and Coach Johnson's so efficient with the way they structure practice, and then they're so meticulous about some of the things they do. So if you come by baseball practice, it really is fun to watch, and there's a couple things I've picked up. I mean, even as long as I've been doing it, there's some things I've learned from just minor changes in the way Coach Johnson does things. But it's not just Coach Johnson. He really facilitates his coaching staff because they're so knowledgeable. I mean, you got Austin Marsh over there who's got tons of experience in baseball and he's had success, and Todd Carter over there, tons of experience and success in baseball. And by the way, they're coaching the young kids.
Yeah.
Right? So he's got TJ Orr and Brett Burgess, and I mean, he's got a heck of a staff of very knowledgeable, very enthusiastic baseball coaches. They do a wonderful job with this program.
That's what makes Coach Johnson just one of the top coaches in North Alabama when it comes to baseball.
Making good hires.
He does. Hey, you're only as good as your support staff.
Ain't no doubt. Good players and good assistants will make really good head coaches.
So Albertville making a pitching change with Ty Marsh up to bat. Looks like it's O'Rourke, who was the first baseman. He's now going to be the pitcher to face Tom Marsh. So going back to our podcast,
all right,
I want to keep plugging that because we are going to be at Walk-Ons. It's the new Sports Bistro over there at Madison on Highway 72, and we're going to start that in the fall. So everybody's more than welcome to come to Walk-Ons.
Oh man, come be a part. Listen,
be a part of it.
You want to be a part of this show, whether you're going to be. I don't even know what's on tap for our first.
Who knows?
For our first show. Matter of fact, I don't ever want to know. I want to show up. I want to show up and just have a good day because that's my wheelhouse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Just show up, have a good time, be the guy. I'm a social chameleon, Kirk.
Hey,
so whoever
really? I look at you as an introvert. I feel like I've drawn you out.
That's possible, I guess. But I mean, whoever we bring in, I'm down.
Well, I think this is going to be.
And
it's going to be a lot of fun.
I like to trip people up and make them uncomfortable too.
Yeah.
So maybe that would be my role.
You've done that before.
Okay.
And I think It's funny because we'll, like when I come out here, I'll talk to Coach Johnson on the field and a couple of the coaches and some of the players. They said, when I hear your voice, I'm thinking I got to call in to give a movie quote. Because that's one of the things we do in the fall. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to us when we bring the football action, but we always have the in-flight
movie quote.
That's right. So we want people to try to win some gift cards and stuff because we're all about giving away free food. And that's one of those things. We'll try to do some of that kind of stuff.
You made a good point. People need to start showing up. Whatever day we're going to do this, they need to start showing up.
Pack up walk-ons.
Let's make it interactive.
Let's make it all jet blue. All right, Marsh, one swing can tie this up. And he does take that one high and deep. So that's at least going to be a sacrifice fly out to left center or right center.
Yep.
And so Graves is going to come in. So Marsh gets an RBI sacrifice fly there. So now 9-6 your score.
I mean, that's what we talked about, chipping away this inning just to have a good chance when you go into the 7th. Not that we're done.
So you've still got Markford. He didn't tag up. He stayed at first base, but Sharp did move over to third as Graves scored. So 2 outs now with Wheeler and a runner in scoring position.
And, Satchel's got the ability to clear the bases.
Yes, he does. One right there in the gap between right and center as Mark Ford takes off and stutter steps a little bit. See if we get a little action over there towards second base. They don't bite.
Not going to draw a throw on that one.
So 1-0 the count to Wheeler.
2 runners in scoring position now. Good take.
Misses. Ball 2. So JT Johnson, that's Caleb Wilson on deck. Two-0 pitch. Down the first base line,
yes,
and it's going to score 1.
That one's going to keep rolling.
Here comes Markford to score 2. Wheeler making his way towards second base. Stand-up double.
Attaboy, Satchel.
RBI, 2-run RBI double there by Wheeler.
Man, we just talked about his ability to clear those guys off, especially when they both get into scoring position. Satchel just turned on that ball right down the foul line, gets past the first baseman, and rolls into right field.
So James Clemens comes in down 6, puts 5 on the board.
We've played it 5. We're not done yet.
No, we are not.
We're not done yet.
So Caleb Wilson is now your batter.
We went from having no hits through the first 4 or 5 to having 7 hits in the game. We've out-hit Albertville.
So Wheeler at second base, 2 outs. Able to score 8 runs off of 7 hits. James Clemens. A lot of those hits have come in the past 2 innings.
Yeah, no doubt.
All of the hits have come in the past 2 innings. So Wilson playing second now. Swing and a miss.
He only half-heartedly wanted to go at that one.
And that was a little bit outside, but the way this ump's calling it, you know. So fake a throw over to second. Gets Wheeler to go back.
You call that a fake? You call it more of a think about it?
Well, I mean, he did the motion. Like, I could hear him grunt. He didn't let the ball go. Now, Wheeler's running as Wilson pops that one up high. Second base gets underneath it for out number 3. But James Clemens fights back, scores 5 runs. Your score, Albertville 9, James Clemens 8. We're heading into the 7th inning. You're listening to Jets Baseball on PAS+.
Looking for t-shirts with just the message you want? They're as close as your computer or mobile device. Just go to daddyoscustomtees.com and look through the selection of designs for the perfect one. Or say just what you want with your very own designer message. Daddy O's Custom Tees features short and long sleeve t-shirts plus sweatshirts, hoodies, aprons, mugs, and even pet apparel. With Daddy O's Custom Tees, you can have it your way, whether you need 1 or 100. Go to daddyoscustomtees.com. That's DADDYOS Custom TEES.com. daddyoscustomtees.com. If you'd like to download a copy of this game or hear it again on demand, go to pasnetwork.net. You can find this game and previous games under the Archives tab. You can also subscribe to the Play Action Sports podcast and listen to it on your favorite platform like iTunes, Amazon, and Spotify, or ask Alexa or Google to open the Play Action Sports podcast, keeping you up to date on Athens and Limestone County sports. Play Action Sports.
Welcome back to James Clemens Baseball on PAS Plus. So we're in the 7th inning, the top of the 7th. Albertville with a one-run lead as James Clemens is able to score 5 runs this last inning.
Man, yeah, you've talked about chipping away. We put the runs up there, so now let's hold them and give ourselves a chance.
So Icency still on the mound. First pitch, called strike.
Atta way to start.
So I think he's now
comfortable.
He's comfortable. He's got back into a little bit of a groove.
Well, and it helps when your team's up there putting the bat on the ball. You know, when you're putting runs up, even being behind, it makes things a little bit easier to go out there and pitch efficiently.
So he comes back with a ball, throws outside in the dirt, 1-1 to Krogan, the batter. So he's going to hit a hot shot over towards Marsh. Marsh takes it on the bounce, throws it to Wheeler. Wheeler picks up his front leg, catches it, out 1.
That was a hard hit ball, so Ty did a really good job of taking away that bad hop, right, or preventing the bad hop by being in a good position. Takes it away, makes a good throw across the diamond.
So 1 out. Now you've got the number 8 batter in the lineup for Albertville. So let's see what he does against Icency. Icency throws it outside, ball 1.
You know, Kirk, you got me fired up about the podcast now. When are we starting?
We'll get started right before football season kicks off.
That's too long. Ooh,
breaking
nice
ball.
pitch.
Woo, man, I tell you, that was
nice
a pretty pitch. Had Williams guessing, and he didn't even take the bat off his shoulders.
That ball started to put the brakes on.
Swing and a miss.
That would have come in on that one.
So we're talking about, this fall trying to cover as many, most of the time we only cover the home games.
Sure.
But there's opportunities for us to bring some more games this fall. So we'll see how that works out. That's going to be a blooper over to Marsh. Marsh going to field it off the hop, throws it to Wheeler. Wheeler
and got the tag.
Makes the tag, comes off the base.
Yeah, Marsh did a good job making the play and then draws Wheeler off the bag with the throw, but Wheeler comes back into the baseline to get the tag. And that's big.
That's huge.
Because if you give up a hit to the next guy, that could have meant a run.
Absolutely.
So that's huge.
So it's the number 9 batter. So we talked about earlier in the
Challenge
game.
that guy.
You got to get the 7, 8, 9s out. And so far, that's what Icency has done. Got 7, 8. See if we can't get 9.
I promise you, nobody's more nervous than this 9-hole hitter right here.
So he looks at first ball inside.
You talked about picking up more games. Is the internet world ready for more of us?
I don't know.
Aren't we? I think we're award-winning shows already, aren't we?
I mean, it is nation renowned. So
we're
swing and a
miss. We're up to 11 states, I think it was, by the end of last year. And
yeah.
Look, if you're not listening in on our football shows, you're missing out.
Now with the podcast, dude, it's awesome.
Gosh.
1-1. Swing and a miss.
Fouled it off.
Fouled that off. He didn't really want to swing at that.
No, he didn't.
So now Icency ahead in the count, 1-2 with 2 outs, nobody on.
Man, is the world really ready for this?
I think so. Tim says they are.
The world probably needs this.
We're going to have this nation covered in jet blue. There's a kind of a check swing, hits it over to Ramirez. Ramirez fields it, throws it to Wheeler. Wheeler gets it, out number 3.
We did our part.
So 3 up, 3 down. When we come back, we got to get at least 1 on the board. Your score, Albertville 9, James Clemens 8. You're listening to Jets Baseball, PAS Plus.
North Alabama Gas District has provided safe, reliable, and economical natural gas service to Madison and surrounding areas of Limestone County for over 40 years. However, accidents and leaks do sometimes occur. If you smell odors similar to rotten eggs or notice other possible signs of a gas leak, such as a fire or explosion, a blowing or hissing sound, or blowing dust or bubbling water, leave the area immediately, avoid ignition sources, warn others, and from a safe location, contact us immediately at 256-772-0227. And remember to call 811 before you dig. North Alabama Gas District, we take safety seriously. The Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship has been set up to honor the legacy of Bama Zach Green, a huge fan of the Crimson Tide, along with Limestone County sports. The scholarship will go each year to a male and female athlete from Limestone County. Checks should be made out to Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship and can be sent in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613. Donations can also be made in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. Thank you for showing your support for local athletes by giving to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship.
Welcome back to James Clemens Baseball on PAS Plus. We're at the bottom of the 7th inning. Due up this inning is going to be Ramirez, Isensee, and Graves. So last inning, Isensee threw 11 pitches, 3 up, 3 down.
Mm-hmm.
So that's huge.
Felton looked way more comfortable on the mound. Went out kind of in attack mode right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you feel like your guys are putting the bat on the ball, you're more willing to do that. I've been on that mound, and it's a whole lot easier. Of course, I wasn't giving people much, but I had what I had.
You just threw what you had to throw.
That's exactly right. Here's 72. Try to hit this. And when they started hitting it, it was over for me. But, you feel a lot better about it when you're putting up runs and your guys are playing well. So I'm calling it right here, 4 batters. That's all we're going to see. We'll win.
So Ramirez started us off last inning. So we were able to bat 9 batters to get within 1 run. So here we go. First time seeing this O'Rourke kid. Misses high, ball 1. And he started with an 0-2 count.
Yeah.
And then drew the walk.
Yeah, then took it deep.
Or did he? Yeah. So he's going to foul that one out of play. Yeah, he walked last inning, so his last at-bat was a walk.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go.
You've become a pro at checking that game changer live,
man, I tell you, man, I'm on this. So pop up, foul.
Man, just stay on top of this.
That's out of play. So 1-2 now.
He's trying to correct it, too.
Yeah.
He's got that top hand working. He knows what he needs to do.
So we have our game changer that we keep up with up here. James Clemens has theirs.
Yeah.
So theirs would be the official one if you really want to go with it. We'll say that. But I do have a game changer for us. So he's going to blitz that one out towards right field. Gets behind the right fielders. He tried to make a diving catch. Ramirez rounds first on his way.
Is he going 3?
Yes, he is. So he's going to stand up triple.
No, he's standing up.
He did a head first slide. Didn't need to, but he did it.
That's the definition. We try to encourage our kids to hit like a slug deep in the count, right? We say hit like a slug. That's kind of the definition of it right there. He choked up a little bit with 2 on him and just reaches out there and pokes at it. It gets over or in between first and second base, and then your right fielder, a valiant effort on his part of trying to come make an out, but the ball gets behind him.
So Isensee is your batter. He was hit by a pitch last inning. So,
do we see the small ball game?
Well, Coach Johnson is definitely not afraid to do that.
No. I'll tell you what he won't do.
I know. People do a hit and run. Can't get him. I can't pay him to do that.
No.
Called strike. Looked low from up here, but called strike to Isensee.
We have gotten in his head about it, though.
I know.
Yeah, he's called it a few more times than normal.
Yeah, it's probably to his detriment to listen to us.
Oh, 100%.
So Isensee pops this one foul. Is there a play? And the catcher, almost, but it kind of ranged. That's a hard. We talked about this last over when they played Sparkman at where the Trash Pandas play over in Toyota Field, and one of the things was the catcher coming up out and having to zone in, and that ball's kind of making some moves. But
it's really easier if it stays around the plate. You turn your back to the infield and you got a chance. But when it's back behind you like that, it makes it very, very difficult for a catcher.
So 0-2 to Isensee with a runner at third. Ramirez lets that one go, ball 1. So 1-2 now.
I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised Coach Johnson didn't bunt at this at bat to try and just get that run across the plate.
Low in the dirt, ball 2. Isensee battling back, 2-2 now, the count.
Yeah, he starts 0-2, and he's got an even count.
This looks like Smith is on deck. So he took a breather last at bat as Graves batted for him. Now he's able to get back in the lineup. Isensee fouls that one off.
He's hanging in there.
So 2-2.
Making a good at bat out of this.
So you would almost say that he's hanging tough.
Definitely tough.
See? Hanging tough. That was not in there. That's not in there. So
here's a guy up here in the press box now that might join us on one of those shows.
I hope so. Introduce him.
This guy needs no introduction. Defensive line coach extraordinaire.
Looking forward to it. Since he hits it over to third, he's going to check the runner, throws it over to first.
Yeah.
Gets the out at first as Ramirez wisely stays at third.
Yeah, that's best case scenario for Albertville, getting the ball on the left side right there so they can hold that runner at third and still record an out. Still not hurt. We're in great situation right here. Something to the right side or anything in the grass is going to tie this game.
So Smith comes back up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Got a runner at third. It's Ramirez. He's going to square the bunt, let that one go, ball 1.
You knew they was going to break it out sometime.
I did.
You just got to assure yourself that one run.
That's it.
You can't go this inning without doing everything possible to get that run in from third.
So the infield definitely playing up close, moving up slowly. Ball 2. So O'Rourke having a hard time finding that zone when Smith squares the bunt.
And again.
Outside, misses. Ball 3. So count goes 3-0. You got Sharp on deck.
He's had some good productive at-bats himself.
So 3-0. Coach Johnson doesn't even look.
Nah.
That misses inside. Ball 4. Take your base. So now Sharp with runners on the corner, an opportunity here to get one in.
Yeah, it's one of those unique differences. We talk about little bitty intricacies between baseball and softball a lot. In that situation, in softball, you're going to round first and you're going to head to second. I mean, you're going to go full speed because if they try to make the out at second, you're going to score a run. Big difference when you got 90-foot bases.
Absolutely.
Right? They could easily make both those plays, and then you lose the game.
So Coach Johnson makes a change at the runner for first base. As Smith has got to go back to the dugout, get his gear on, drink water, speed.
I tell you, that guy is speed. He is full throttle.
So Albertville's pitching coach wants to go out there and have a talk on the mound, brings everybody in to have that talk. And you got Ramirez at third, Drinkwater at first after Smith drew the walk. Drinkwater going to be the courtesy runner. 1 out, down by 1. James Clemens able to put up 8 runs off of 8 hits.
Well, it's the rally cap.
It is the rally cap.
Yeah, it's totally the rally cap, yeah. I did make reference to that.
He's wearing my favorite collar.
He looks good in it, doesn't he?
Jet blue windbreaker.
You can be the ugliest man on earth, but if you got jet blue on,
you're pretty.
It definitely raises your attractiveness level by 4 points.
Just really good. So you said we needed 4 batters. So far, that's what we've had.
Well, maybe 5. Look, we can't all be perfect, Kirk.
No, I think Sharp right here has an opportunity.
He might score on a pass ball.
Could.
That'd still keep me at my 4 batters. I appreciate you calling out that I was wrong.
I didn't say you're wrong. This is our 4th batter. This is our 4th batter. You're still alive.
Right, I'm staying with it. 4 it is.
All right, Sharp, your batter. 2 for 3 on the day. He's going to square the bunt. Shows it early.
Or not.
As Drinkwater, unchallenged, takes second. So called strike 1.
Well, smart play there. You draw just a little bit of coverage. You get another runner in scoring position. In case you put a ball in the gap right here, you can win this game.
So nobody's behind Drinkwater at second. He's got a really big lead.
Yeah.
Still going. Now he's behind the second baseman. Little bunt. He's going to score Ramirez. Ramirez is going to score. Drinkwater goes to third.
And we're going to take second.
We are going to take second. Nobody's home, but why do that? So Sharp with a bunt. Gets on first, runs to second, so an RBI bunt right there.
We know Coach Johnson likes a small ball game, and that was a perfect time to pull it out. You got runners at second and third. You're going to give yourself a chance to plate that tying run. Now it's our 5th batter, Kirk, and a chance to win the game.
Yeah, well, it's all right. You missed by 1. You missed by one. So now Lucier up to bat, 1 for 2. Struck out swinging his last at bat, got one out, but we're tied up at the bottom of the 7th inning, 9-9. Opportunity here to win the game for Lucier.
Infield definitely playing in. They're going to try and take the run away.
And he's going to lay the bunt down.
And there it is.
And Drinkwater goes home, ball game, bunt, single, fielder's choice, whatever you want to call it.
We called it earlier, you know.
So James Clemens squeaks out a 10-9 win, able to come back, score runs, 3 runs in the 5th inning, 5 runs in the 6th inning, and 2 runs to win the game.
We would have scored more. We only needed 2 in the 7th.
That's it. So that'll do it here for this game. When we come back, we'll have some stats for you. Your final score, James Clemens 10, Albertville 9. You're listening to Jets Baseball on PAS Plus.
One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. Local sports are brought to you in part by Limestone County Commission Chairman Colin Daly. Visit the County Commission page at limestonecounty-al.gov to keep up with what's going on in the county and find out what ranks us in the top 5% in the state. You can also call Colin at 256-233-6400 or on his cell phone at 256-800-4544.
This is John.
Hello.
Katie.
Hi.
And Ted.
Howdy.
Ted's a welder. Katie's a dental hygienist. And John's an IT technician.
IT, this is John.
They all have 2 things in common. They're making good money, and they all have 2-year degrees or certificates from Calhoun Community College. We have classes in Decatur, Huntsville, or everywhere online. Choose Calhoun Community College. Your community, your college, your future. Register now.
Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic, Southern, character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special. And that includes local sports. Call 233-8750. Come by our office at 508 South Jefferson Street or look for the link online at athensal.us.
Coming this fall to a podcast platform near you. The Wingmen.
There's someone on the wing. Something.
Join us live every week this football season at Walk On Sports Bistro in Madison as Kirk Pierce, Johnny Johnson, and Brad Kimbrough talk James Clemens sports with coaches, players, and other special guests. The Wingmen.
We're winging it, Jerry.
This fall on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app, on your Alexa device by saying, "Open PAS Plus," and online at pasplus.net.
Welcome back to James Clemens Baseball on PAS Plus. Your final score, James Clemens 10, Albertville 9. Coach Kimbrough, took us a little while, but we finally squeaked out the win.
Yeah, but it's a fun game to watch. And, I mean, it's good with the success that we've had at different times. It's good that you put your kids in a situation to be challenged.
That's right.
And then watch them respond. It's easy for high school kids, especially in nowadays society, to get in a lull.
Yeah.
Man, things aren't going our way. Things are getting tougher and not really be focused. Our guys didn't do that. They kind of recharged the battery, so to speak, went out, made adjustments, and did what they had to do to get a win.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. They started off, couldn't get a hit throughout the inning. It took us 5, 6, and 7 innings, the 5th inning, 6th inning, 7th inning, before we put our first hit. And that's when we started scoring some runs.
Well, yeah, not to overstate the obvious, right? But you gotta score, and in order to score, you got to get on base.
That's it.
And you generally need to be hitting the ball to do that. So they definitely came through there. Ended up with 8 or 9 hits.
Yeah, 8
for those
hits.
10 runs.
Yeah.
And we talked about early on the top of our lineup had productive at bats, but we weren't able to drive those runs in.
Left several on the bags without scoring. So looking at the stats, we had 27 people at bat. Everybody got up there, had 10 runs, as you mentioned, off of 8 hits, had 8 RBIs, walked 6.
Yeah.
However, the big thing, we struck out 6 times. So out of those 27 batters, 6 of them struck out. So, that's a little tough. But, again, able to come in there towards the end and capitalize and make those hits big time. Wheeler had a double. Ramirez had a triple. Then we had sacrifice flies, Marsh, and stolen bases. Lucier had 2. Ramirez, Marsh, Markford all stole bases. Lucier did get caught in the first inning stealing, but still finished with
made up for it with 2 others.
Two others, yeah. So we had one error that was really just unfortunate for Lewis as he fielded it from the pitcher's mound and it just kind of got away from him trying to throw that one out. So, overall, just a good production at the plate. Pitching-wise, we went through 4 pitchers.
Yeah.
And so that was tough. Hodges started the game, pitched 2 innings, only gave up 1 hit, walked 2, struck out 2. I thought Hodges did well.
He did.
And then Lewis came in for him, pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 runs on 4 hits. Had 3 of those earned runs, struck out 2 of those. Then Gerald came in. Unfortunate for him, he walked in 3 runs and walked 3. And that's just tough.
Another tough outing. But, you mentioned the one error defensively, right? All of our pitchers had a hard time kind of getting in their groove until the 7th. Right? But defense played really well behind them. And so if your pitching's not on, your defense better be. And they made some good plays. Ty Marsh made a couple good plays. You're going to get tons of good plays out of every ball that's hit to short. Satchel did a great job at first on several balls, making sure and securing an out for us. And our outfielders went and got some balls.
Yeah.
Defense has got to play well behind your pitching if you're pitching subpar that day.
Well, Isensee started off the game at second base, then came in and was the final pitcher of the day. Jesse Isensee picks up the win, pitches 2 innings, only gave up 1 hit, but he got 2 earned runs on him when he came in in that 6th inning. Walked 1, struck out 1, but that final top of the 7th inning, 1, 2, 3 against 7, 8, 9 batters for Albertville. That's huge.
Again, when the pressure was on and it's really, really game time, it's important. Our guys' focus level was high. The pitching was well, the defense was well, and we did what we had to do at the plate.
So your final score here from the Jetsplex, 10-9, is James Clemens able to fight back and get the victory against the visiting Albertville Aggies. Coach, any final thoughts?
Man, it was just fun to be up here. It's great weather today, and I just like being with you guys.
Well, same here. And hey, listen, we're going to be back up here Thursday night. You got a softball game. We're going to be calling that one right here on PAS Plus. And then we're going to do the makeup game that we were supposed to do tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to do that one Friday night against Lee.
Sweet. We got Lauderdale County coming to Madison tomorrow. Thursday. And then Friday we got Lee coming over to visit. And
back-to-back softball games.
Hopefully we'll get us 2 wins and then, really get into the meat of our season.
I like it. Well, for Coach Brad Kimbrew, for Tim Lambert, our producer, I'm Kirk Pierce. It's been a blast up here in the press box here at the Jetsplex. You've been listening to James Clemens Baseball on PAS Plus.
You've been listening to James Clemens High School Baseball on the Play Action Sports Network. If you'd like to download a copy of tonight's game, log on to pasnetwork.net. James Clemens Baseball is a production of Play Action Sports.